Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekend stream, weekend special stream, and weekend special stream में special guest भी आए हुए हैं आज. We'll be having the football showdown soon. We have already 20 people watching across Twitter and YouTube. जो Twitter पे हैं, सीधा YouTube पे आ जाओ. Everyone come to join on YouTube. We'll be having Suchit, Path, and Arush soon. I'll be adding them soon. Well, I'll take some comments and then they're joining them. They're already on the stage. They're gonna join in a minute. KV is here. Thank you so much again, man. Loved your reel, Aj. It was very funny. But you are doing some really funny content, man. हम साथ में कुछ करेंगे. Definitely. I mean, if you haven't checked out KV Reacts yet, जाके check out करो. Yesterday he did like a 6-7 hours cricket stream, man. It was insane. भाई dedication चाहिए. Sending some support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keshav is here. Thank you so much for joining. Abhishek is also here. Thank you so much. Mystique is also here. Yappers United, GGMU, absolutely. And without further delay, we have Suchit and Path today. Welcome. The football showdown is here on my channel. Thank you so much for joining. कैसे हो आप लोग? How are you? How's the feeling?
Good. Thank you for the invite. This is the happiest thing, I don't have to host. You have to do. I don't do any of that work. I just have to talk, and yeah, this is the best part of
No.
it.
This is live stream, right? I mean, the
Yeah,
special guest, absolutely. I will obviously. We have been talking so much and doing streams a lot. I mean, in the past, obviously. I mean, we have a relationship, and I'll obviously hype you guys, man. Come on, come on, man. It's a given. Krishanu is here. Krishanu is our mod, so he has pinned the. I'll pin the Discord chat. Just give me 1 minute. The Discord link, on the chat so that you guys can join my server. So I pinned the Discord link on this chat. So just join नहीं किए हैं अभी तक Discord, definitely do join in. Swam is here. Thank you so much again for joining. Really happy you always join. Early thoughts तो भाई यही है कि जिसका pre-season बिगड़ा वो थोड़ा अंधेरे में रह. Yes, we'll talk about it. I think the pre-season fixtures are out. I don't think so. It's still not out yet, right? So we might have to figure that out. Ishan is here. Thank you so much, Ishan, for joining. Suchit bhai, the best part of the season, you guys are in phase 8. Joking. Good evening. Yeah, man. This is not even phase 8. This is phase infinity. थोड़ा banter तो होगा. Come on.
It's fine. Bring it in.
Cook me guys also. ठीक है. मेरे को भी cook करना है. Don't worry. Absolutely. मोटी चमड़ी हो चुकी है after the season we have had. So don't worry about it. Hello to both Path and absolutely, man. Absolutely. Love having them here. Bipra is here. Hola. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining. हमारा तो अंधेरा ही खत्म नहीं होता. हम अंधेरे में भी नहीं है bro. हम कहीं और है.
I would like to say, actually, in the start itself, I would like to say congratulations, Liverpool, on winning next season.
Congratulations, Liverpool, on winning the next 5 seasons, bro. Look at Ayush Lala is also here. लाला भी आ गया चैट में and congrats लाला भाई. मतलब क्या cook भाई. The cooks.
मतलब वो क्या
है ना. What do you
why are we even competing? मतलब मैं तो बोलता हूँ अभी ऐसा दे देना चाहिए हमको टाइटल यार. मतलब खत्म करो.
Slot has given another reason why Arteta should finish second. So it's given, right? So Slot, Frimpong, Wirtz, Florian Friday or Friday Florian, whatever it is. That
flow. Here we flow.
Yeah, here we flow. And then now Isak, just imagine Isak at Liverpool. Huh? Who said Liverpool doesn't have pull, right? Who said Liverpool? See, by now it's finally, I think the Coutinho money will get over after this deal. If not, maybe the Coutinho money is still coming till next season also. We never know, right? So
Coutinho money will be used for the next 10 years also. So
exactly.
आज मैं थोड़ा banter mood में हूँ, मजा आएगा. Traffic, absolutely, bro. So people who have lived in Bangalore or Mumbai, so Mbeumo is still stuck in Silk Board. Okay, and and he's still in that Jogeshwari traffic in Mumbai. Okay, so
Jogeshwari.
Jogeshwar JVLR, right? So he's been there. So absolutely. KV reacts. Yeah, KV भाई आज मैं मूड में हूँ. आपको कुक करना थोड़ा ज्यादा इजी हो जाएगा. हाँ, मुझे कुक करो भाई. मैं खुद को कुक करता हूँ भाई. भाई as a Man United fan, I have made videos on City. ठीक है. Channel. I have started my channel. My first video was on Matheus Cunha. Okay, legit, good stuff. Next video is on Florian Wirtz, Liverpool, paying a tribute to Gerrard. ठीक है. उसके बाद आता है the City video. ठीक है. Reinders guess भी नहीं कर पाओगे fourth video क्या आएगा. So this is our state, man. I have
Tijani is also made, na? Tijani
is done. ठीक है. Wirtz is done. ठीक है. अभी fourth किसका आएगा मैं नहीं बताऊंगा. ठीक है.
हाँ, fourth is Turkey, right? No wait.
No,
नहीं यार वो दोनों का एक साथ
video.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Right. So this is the state of United fans. ठीक है. I have completely decided to disconnect. मैं ट्रांसफर न्यूज ट्रैक भी नहीं कर यूनाइटेड का. हाँ, जब फेब्रिजियो ऑनस्टीन डालेंगे I'll come. ठीक है. So पहले I'll take some comments first and then we'll jump right into the fixtures. ठीक है. Because it's a nightmare of a fixture. Absolute nightmare भाई. We will discuss. लाला को बुला लेते पैनल पे. Okay, लाला के साथ हम कल लाला is coming to my channel tomorrow. तो Sunday special stream with Ayush Lala tomorrow. So do check it out. बटा पैसे आर्सेनल से ले रहा है, काम किसी के लिए भी नहीं कर रहा है.
Yeah, exactly.
Great comment. We'll come to that, Ayush. Definitely, we'll talk about that for sure. Imagine jinxing with a super team and hand shader. आज चैट भी आई है कुक करने, which is good. I like it.
Hand of Ozil.
हैंड ऑफ ओजिल मत करो हारो बात भाई. उनके पास वर्ड्स है तो आपके पास भी सैंटियागो में
पके हुए अरे हो गया वो चावल पक के खत्म हो गए भैया वो we cannot compete.
That is Declan basmati rice, man. That is Declan biryani rice.
See, in spite of having such quality, Liverpool still won the title. So who are the title winners for next season? Liverpool.
Exactly.
We beat Real Madrid trophy.
Yeah. अपना जैक्सन का हेड लॉस खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है. Man, what a red card,
bro.
Man. I mean, and did you guys check out Flamingo's का Twitter handle? Oh my God,
bro.
The level of cooking.
Insane. See, I didn't give two shits about the Club World Cup. I still don't give a shit, but the way they were cooking, right? It was on my face. You couldn't avoid it at that point. It was just insane to see that was happening. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Shivam is here as well. Thank you so much. Arnav भी है. Great stuff. Rupesh भी है. भाई साहब watching. Good stuff. So Twitter पे जो देख रहे हैं सीधा YouTube आ जाओ. We have 22 people watching in YouTube right now. आ जाएंगे और भी आएंगे. Fifth Nico Williams. सब प्रेडिक्ट करते रहो वीडियो में. मैं बताऊंगा नहीं. ठीक है. How can we compete? Rupesh, come on.
A City fan talking about competing, man. Where is shame?
Absolutely, shame.
You know that GIF, right? Where they take the money and start wiping down their tears. It's like that.
विजय बोल रहे हैं Mbeumo को इतना पुल किया था कि स्पर्स चला गया शायद से. भाई नहीं गया है. ठीक है. And you know, I was so disappointed. Montreal Grand Prix था last week, right? And Canadian Grand Prix. Mbeumo was there in my city. मेरे को पता नहीं था.
आज भाई आपको जाके थोड़ा बोलना चाहिए था ना यार.
I know, and I always check out the. Yeah,
probably usually he saw the videos from Wirtz and like Kerkez and he's like, "Ah, shit, where have I got?" No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. This is good stuff. This is a lot of good stuff. I like that comment. I mean, usually when Zidane used to come to, so Zidane उसके pre-summer training के लिए used to always come to Montreal. So they used to live in the Ritz-Carlton. So I have seen them, the whole team. So yeah. Okay, Yappers United word. Tijani is a real baller, man. Saw him in City's absolute baller, man. I mean, is there any doubt to this question? अगर doubts है तो मेरा video check out कर लो. I have made a video on Reinders and Turkey. Yeah, this is promotion सीखो. This is how.
इसे कहते हैं smooth.
Exactly. You have to be smooth with your promotions, but yeah, obviously smooth operator. So this is how. So check out कर लो video if you haven't checked it out. Definitely I have made a detailed analysis both on Reinders and Turkey. I know Turkey flopped in that game, massively flopped. ठीक है, and the cooking is next level on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, fantastic player, man. Flamingo admin says, I mean, absolute savage. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ, I've
Crazy.
tweeted about this. It's
Yeah.
Michelin star level cooking, भाई.
Hmm.
Michelin star level cooking हो रही है वहाँ पे. Absolutely insane, man. हम लोग जितना भी कुक कर ले, we can never teach. No. I mean, I like
नहीं.
Domino's Pizza का the UK Twitter handle.
हाँ.
Domino's Pizza Twitter handle is insane. और एक मेरे को I love Bundesliga का admin as well.
हाँ,
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga. Yeah.
Right?
Like they'll protect all their teams at all phases against anything.
Absolutely. 100 points invincible treble incoming for Liverpool.
Same.
Invincible तो
Quadruple.
मुश्किल है भाई. मतलब
Quadruple. They are winning the quadruple.
the competition is too. Flamingo and absolute gangster, man. Absolute insane. City needs 250 plus charges to stop this. Oh my god, भाई. आज mood में भाई. आज सब mood में. I love this Club World Cup concept. My team isn't playing, but absolutely loved it. इसको रखो वो glorified national friendly National League को Nations League को बनता है. Fair enough. Average foodie is here. Thank you so much. Liga have too many good cheap right wingers. I won't be surprised they go after Akliouche. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't researched on this player honestly, but I'll definitely do check out. If Mbeumo is not joining, Ash Boy is the reason. भाई मैं कोई if Kerkez does not join United, नहीं तब मेरे को आके not because of me, man. Mbeumo is not coming. Okay, we Liverpool fans. ये Liverpool fans पूरे साल underdog player card play कर रहे थे. Arsenal City better. Now it's our turn to be the underdog. City underdog. See, bro, Rupesh, seeing the transfer window of combined January and summer, right? 6 to 7 players you have signed, and आप बोल रहे हो आप underdog हो. Bhai, I'll tell you another, and maybe I don't know if you guys will agree or not. City were nowhere in the conversation of top 4, ended up finishing third, right? By the end of the season.
Yeah.
Who's the underdog, man? Arsenal are passive in the I think I'll be fair to say that you guys are worried about your transfer plans, how it's going right now. But we'll come to that. Last, I'll take 2 more comments and then we'll jump to fixtures and then we'll touch base on a lot of the transfers, a lot of the transfer plans, how the games are going to go, right? Made the breakfast more tasty with flamingo. Oh, man. Next level. I'll take more comments. Ayush बोल रहा है, Nico Williams का full analysis कर दिया Arsenal ने. अब he's going to boss. Oh my god, man. Oh shit. Absolute cook. City अभी outgoings निकाल लेगी अच्छे प्राइस में. Arsenal outgoings निकाल. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Last comment अभी लूंगा, फिर I'll take comments, but we'll come to the topic right now. Lala 50% work you have done. Yes, Lala को मैंने नाम दिया है. Lala is Lala David Romano. Ayush David Romano Lala. The transfer agenda he runs, it seems it turns out to be the best one. So fair enough to Lala. कल ला रहे stream पे. Flamingo hunted all the Chelsea water bugs. Okay. Now we move to why we have all joined here. Okay. It is the fixture nightmare that we have. I mean, the difficulty of those fixtures are absolutely staggering, to which I'll share presentation. रुको एक मिनट, पार्थ गायब हो गया. रुको. हाँ. Yes. So first we'll just I think since Arsenal guests are here, so we'll focus on the Arsenal fixtures first. ठीक है. So first 6 fixtures are out. Not first 6. I mean the whole fixture list are out, but we are focusing on the first 6 fixtures at in the Premier League opening weeks, right? And this is Arsenal's first 6 fixtures, considering they are the title challengers. Okay. So what we'll do in this one is we'll go game by game. We'll talk about it. I mean, just get a sense of head to head how it has been, and then get in your predictions as well. How many points do you realistically think that Arsenal is gonna make take from these games, right? So Suchet and Path, the big game, the massive game. Okay. Man United versus Arsenal and game week 1 at Old Trafford. Thoughts? Is this the ideal start for you guys?
No. Hell no. Definitely not. No chance. See, we can banter United how much ever they want, but realistically, if you have seen the way United have turned up last season against all big clubs, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Liverpool, United, I mean, against Arsenal, City.
right.
Oh, somehow, if we consider this team as not so big, then you guys have lost 4 times against them or 3 times against them. That is
Mm,
Spurs, right? So every other big club, you guys have turned up in some way or the other. I think
right.
against City, you guys have won both the fixtures, right? Or
Yeah.
have not lost.
No, we didn't lose. Also, like
Hmm.
I think during Ole's time also we did some doubles as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
see, United at home, and
Hmm.
give you a great style. United at home against Arsenal
Hmm.
has not been bad. I mean, recent results, I think we just had a 1-1 draw and a 1-0 loss. But
Hmm.
Yeah.
uske pehle, I think we have had decent results against Arsenal. Um, I think how much you can troll United and all, they
Hmm.
always have that mentality somehow. But like,
Hmm.
whole season the mentality will be garbage.
Hmm.
But suddenly against the top teams, they turn
Hmm.
up.
Hmm.
Why do you think in certain big games
Hmm.
recently Arsenal sometimes falter in terms of, like, I'll give you an example, maybe a perspective that you're not able to beat City at Etihad, and
Hmm.
that is one of the reasons sometimes that is just lacking to cross the line there. What do you
Hmm.
think on that? That why, like, what additional do you need at this point to break
Hmm.
that jinx when you go away from home?
Uh,
Uh,
do I
so I
answer?
think I think against City, right? We
Right.
were primed to win for sure because the way we played the first half was like superb, and then we had an you could say shit refereeing at the same time brain dead moment from Trossard which killed off the momentum, right? And then we got the second goal. I mean, we were already 2 goals up in the in the first half. Had we not lost Trossard in the first half,
Mm.
I'm still sure to this date that we could have gone and won that game at the
Hmm.
Etihad at least 3-2, or it
Right.
would have been more. We never know, right? Because
Right.
the same team, if not I mean, how do we say? With more injuries,
Hmm.
for RT, we have played them at the Emirates and we beat them 5-1.
Right.
So I'm not going to say that we're lacking something there. I think we're already at par to like do something at the Etihad to win. It was just that we were a man down and that kind of hindered the way we played. And I
Right.
think for in the second half the way we defended all that time, right? Because
Hmm.
after that, oh my, the commotion was like, oh, Arsenal played anti-football, this, that, this. Content creators went on
Right.
board to say random things. I think the only people who really appreciated that kind of football or that level of defending were the old school people who watch football, or the how do we say, the Syria fans, because that is defending,
Right, right. No,
Mhm.
and I think,
right?
around the old school football, it's not
Hmm.
old school football. It's like how you manage games when you need
Yeah.
to at certain positions,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
situations of the game. Like
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
always
Hmm.
don't. I mean, we have seen so many examples of Spurs and, let's say, United
Hmm.
also, like, have given away leads because of gung ho style
Hmm.
basketball style football. Sometimes you need certain minutes to manage the game and gain control, and
Hmm.
sometimes you don't even play well. But this
Hmm.
is where you need to navigate that situation and say that, okay, we
Hmm.
aren't performing the best, let's stay
Hmm.
compact. Even Sir
Hmm.
Alex teams used to stay compact in bigger games. They
Hmm.
didn't
Yeah.
never used to really play aggressive away from home. They used to work
Hmm.
on those plans and
Hmm.
execute them to perfection. Counters pe
Hmm.
khel ke, right? And that was, and I don't agree that's bad football in any way at this point. But Parth,
Hmm.
what next to you, if um what are you expecting at Old Trafford? It's a new season. It's a new transfer window, fresh season. United has history of starting well, and I'll show you a stat later. But
Mhm.
what are your thoughts on the first game, man?
Uh, See, playing United in itself is difficult. If United was being hosted at the Emirates, I would have still backed us to get 3 points. But Arsenal at Old Trafford, no matter the condition United is in, no matter even if it is the first game of the season, it will not be easy. And our recent record at Old Trafford hasn't been bad. We haven't been
Hmm.
losing games there, but we
Yeah,
sure haven't been winning games as well.
right,
Hmm.
So the only saving grace for me is that it would be the first game of the season.
Hmm.
Arsenal is a team that is relatively set in terms of what they want to do and in terms of the signings we are getting. With
right,
Hmm.
United, it is a complete rebuild, and it would most definitely be a new starting front three for United and with multiple signings, I'm assuming. And
Right.
Hmm.
for Amorim to get it all right in the first game of the season, it won't be easy. But yeah, I'm thinking of an Arsenal win, but I won't be surprised if it ends in a draw.
Right, right, right.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
there's a question from Yappers United for both of you. Okay, everybody's
Hmm.
saying that Arsenal need a striker, but do you guys don't think more than a striker, you need a creative winger who can finish the chances also? I
Yeah,
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 mean,
yeah. So,
in
Yapos
all our
United, yeah.
streams,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, in all our streams, we've been very heavy on signing left winger, which is a superstar, and
Hmm.
which who can take the game by the scruff of his neck. When it
Hmm.
comes to a striker, we just need a striker who is clinical in front of goal.
Hmm.
Our expectations from a striker ain't much, and
Hmm.
we've been seeing Havertz and Merino over the last 2 seasons as striker,
Hmm.
which is not the most clinical striker pairing. So
Hmm.
yeah, left wing is a bigger issue at Arsenal than a striker.
right. And speaking about left wingers, right? I mean,
Hmm.
we have Nico Williams to Barcelona done, man. I mean,
Hmm.
did you guys, Suchit? I mean, did you miss out on a massive opportunity there to sign? I think you heavily linked. The player profile also made sense.
Hmm.
Why didn't Arsenal go for all out for Nico Williams at this point, or you guys are still monitoring the Rodrigo situation?
I think it is combination of both. First thing, his wages are pretty high. At least the one that we needed to get him out of Spain. Maybe
Right,
within Spain, since he was going, he was ready to like reduce his wages to join Barca because it's like it's a thing, right? When you're in Italy, you want to join either Juventus or Inter Milan or AC. When you are in Germany, you want to join either Bayern. If not Bayern, then maximum Dortmund. Like so,
right.
I think it's like that kind of situation where he was ready to reduce his wages to join Barca.
Hmm.
We were ready to trigger it even last window, but
Right,
the again the issue was the wages that were like being the issue why we were not able to trigger it.
right.
Second thing, like how you said, Rodrigo is an absolute superstar. There is no denial about the kind of impact that he could bring to a team like Arsenal, who are trying to find that X factor in their left wing side of things, not just in overall attack, from the
Hmm.
left wing side as well. Right, he suits that X factor needed that the team needs. He suits the left wing situation that we're trying to solve as well. At the same
Right.
time, somebody who will contribute to the team where we play a very press and defend as a team, right? And he's
Hmm.
very good at that. So I think that is also another reason that could have been factored that, you know what, if we're paying such high wages, we might as well pay it for a superstar who has proven over
Fair enough.
time that he has done it like consistently over years than somebody who's just
Hmm.
started to make his name in the footballing world. That's what
No,
I
no,
think.
yeah, definitely. I think for me right now, I think what Arsenal definitely lacked is that X factor that is missing on big games. And these
Mm,
are some of the X factor players. I mean, yes, Martinelli has been good slash decent,
mm,
sometimes disappointing, hot and cold, but is it taking you to the next level? No. Maybe
mm,
those 2 seasons where you finish like more than 90 points, yes,
mm,
but that's
mm,
it.
mm,
So
Hmm.
that's where Arsenal had to realize that they need to step up. I think last season, in my opinion, they missed out on their opportunity. I think
mm,
so. There are some options that exist, but I think if we just focus on this game at this point against United, right?
mm,
I mean, from a United perspective, I'm gonna mention this that no matter what the league position last year was, the
mm,
performance we gave against Arsenal at Old Trafford, we easily
mm,
could have won like 2-1, 3-1, and
Yeah.
that game had
mm,
Raya not
mm.
been there, right? Right.
Yeah.
Clear cut chances. I was absolutely stunned the
Mm,
with the chances. And we missed the chances because our confidence was so low, right?
Hmm.
On the whole season.
mm,
Uh, for me right now, it's a massive test for Amorim as well. I mean, I'm gonna switch because it's a
mm,
Amorim thing as well, because home against Arsenal first game,
mm,
you have, and this is where I'm gonna show another record, right? And this is something that haunts most teams. I mean, we have seen in the past Chelsea come to Old Trafford after a
mm,
fantastic season, right?
mm,
Losing 4-0 to United at Old Trafford before as well. Like Daniel James भी score किया है in those games.
mm,
Like we have seen stuff happen when
mm,
Man United play game week 1. I mean, last season
Yeah.
against Fulham also we were absolutely shit, poor,
mm,
but ended up winning 1-0. Do
Hmm.
mm.
you think Arsenal will go out and win considering the squad you have, or like, to me, I think you should and you will, considering you have Zubimendi to add more control um
Mm.
Uh-huh.
in the pitch. But I'll maybe take both of your predictions on this one. Maybe I'll start with Path. What do
Hmm.
you think? First game, how many points Arsenal is gonna get for this first game?
Heart says 3, head says 1.
Heart says 3, head says 1. और downplay कर रहा है Path.
No, 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 no.
नहीं
I
कर
mean,
रहा है.
it's United. You can't really tell with what United will, step up in the first game.
Right, right. Suchit, what's your take? Like Arsenal taking how many points from United in the first game?
Logically, we have to take 3 points. Like my head says three for sure because
Mm-hmm.
we need to start the campaign with
Yeah.
a bang. There is no way. Or see, as of now, the transfers that we're making, only person or only people who are coming into the team is Kepa and Zubimendi, right?
Yeah,
Apart from this, we didn't add anything from the attacking side. So if we were to go with this team and just make a prediction on how things are going to turn up, I personally feel it's going to be an Arsenal win.
right.
Even my heart says an Arsenal win as well. I'm not going to like say that, oh, my heart says something else, my head says.
Right.
I completely agree that it's going to be an Arsenal win.
It's gonna be
It
Arsenal
has to
win.
be. It has to be. It
Right.
has to be.
My based on the season we had, right? So if I'm
Mm,
looking at the first game against Arsenal, right?
mm.
I think my head says that it will be an entertaining draw. First game of the season.
Could be.
2-2, right? 2-2 हो सकता है because we have had like very decent games. I mean, the goalkeepers have saved. Like we have seen De
Mm,
Gea masterclasses, Raya masterclasses, right?
mm,
First game, I think let's be fair. It all depends on how the preseason goes, or
mm,
completely it's a different game altogether. ये भी, so
mm,
two situations. Either it all depends on preseason, right?
mm,
How the team
mm.
is doing at
Yeah.
this point, and
Mm,
if Amorim will be able to set the whole team up in that 3-4-2-1 system, or it's an
mm,
absolutely different day, different
mm,
game, different vibes, and United might end up like giving a masterclass of a performance. So
mm,
my head says it's a 2-2 draw,
mm.
but also I think there's a 70% chance I'm giving to United in this game because there's
Fair
too
enough.
much to um there's too much trauma from the last season which they would want to put behind to at least
Mm.
start. But my
Come
realistic
on, Ash,
prediction is
back
draw
your
here.
team. Back your team. Come on, say it. Back your team, though.
I'm
Say it.
backing my team to win this. Just edge it past Arsenal 3-2, but I
Mm.
won't mind a 2-2 draw as long as it's a good performance. I won't mind it. That's
Fair
what I
enough.
want from that team first of all. I mean, I don't mind losing, man. I want heart, I want performance. Arsenal is a
Mm,
way superior squad than United. Let's be absolutely fair, banter aside. Right?
mm,
Banter aside, way superior squad in terms of quality, in terms of current matlab, sustaining the whole Premier League. I mean, they have the balls to win against lower oppositions as well, which we fail on a daily basis. I mean, it's all
mm,
not about only turning up with the bigger sides, right? You have to
mm,
negotiate the other teams in the Premier League as well.
mm,
And अगर ओनाना disaster class नहीं करेगा, so I think
mm,
we should be fine. So I think I'm gonna go with a draw here. So realistically,
mm,
I'm thinking, okay, United gets 1 point from this game.
mm.
You are saying Suchi the win, Path is saying a draw. So let's go with a draw right now at this point for the first
Huh.
game,
Yeah.
Fair
right?
enough. Yeah.
Realistically, seeing
Mm,
United's this record,
mm,
66.67% win
mm,
percentage in the first game of the Premier League. So I
mm,
mean, it's a record even if you have played bad as well in the past.
mm,
But and also Arsenal. Let's see Arsenal. Arsenal is nowhere, man, in that top six list in terms
mm,
of first game. So your first games have never been the best. I
mm,
remember when you guys first shifted to Emirates, you did a 1-1 draw against Aston Villa, the first game at Emirates as well.
mm,
I watched
mm,
that game. So we'll see. I think the team is changed. Lot is gonna factor in. Also,
mm,
we will come to this one, but
mm.
next game for Arsenal,
Leeds.
Leeds. So before that, I'm going to take some comments. We
Mm,
have some question for you guys
mm,
that people have posted. Rupesh has a question. One question for the panel. Shouldn't Arsenal be behind Cunha United after such a bad season got him? If Arsenal would have been there on the table, I think they would have signed him easily. Good question, Rupesh. What do you guys think?
I agree with this. I mean, even in the January transfer window, we were linked heavily with Matheus Cunha. But again, had Matheus Cunha joined Arsenal, he wouldn't have started in the starting 11, I feel,
mm,
because he is neither a left winger, nor a pure striker, nor a cam. he is a player in between all these positions, and he would be great for versatility. But
Right.
if you were to ask me if he was a hellbent starter next
Right.
season, I would have raised questions. So
Hmm.
there were better opportunities in the market than Matheus Cunha, but Matheus Cunha at the time in January was the perfect market opportunity we could have latched on to. But
Right.
yeah, we just chose not to.
Hmm.
Right. 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 No. No. Fair. And Arush is here as well. Is here. How are you, man? I mean, I know you were stuck in traffic and rain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing good, bro. I had gone fishing. I got stuck because it rained a lot, and I'm here now, half an hour late. My bad.
No. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take some comments first. It's going to be an XG win.
Let me be,
It's
man.
going to be an XG win for a team. Oh my god. People are cooking already. Draw 3-3. Do you agree it will be such a high
If
scoring
we
game?
concede, if we concede 3 goals in the first game, nah. No,
I don't
The
think so. This is
last
no.
gonna happen, man.
the last time
3-3.
Arsenal conceded 3 goals in a game was against Luton back in 23-24 season. So
Yeah,
if you're
Yeah.
conceding those many goals against United,
Yeah. No,
horror.
fair enough. Yappa's saying we're giving a statement with Ash just to see. Hey, I won't mind, bro. See,
Wait,
I,
giving?
yeah. So I think what he's saying that
Hmm.
after the season United has had,
Hmm.
there's a massive chance that we just might give a statement win considering the preseason
hmm
and every player has already studied the formation, fits the formation and stuff with the new signings. It might
yeah.
happen. I mean, even an Anthony scored a winner against Arsenal, right? So new vibes, it can happen. I'm not denying it, but let's be realistic.
Hmm.
Arsenal will go all out for this win, considering if they drop out points on this game,
Hmm.
Liverpool and City are gonna pounce on that opportunity, and Arsenal
Exactly.
cannot afford to
Hmm.
lag behind. I think for
Hmm.
me a draw would work. And great time, Arush, you have come in here. We'd like to know your thoughts on this. That I'll show you a stat something, right? United has the best win
Mhm,
percentage on match day one in the Premier League. Arsenal is list
mhm.
में है ही नहीं, nowhere to be
It's
seen at this
fourth.
point.
Isn't the fourth one?
Hey,
No?
fourth.
हाँ
This
हाँ,
is the
मतलब
fourth.
fourth है, but I'm just taking banter, ठीक
Oh,
है.
okay, okay, okay.
Top two, top three में नहीं है. So whatever it is, um, considering this and considering the first fixture at Old Trafford, what's your prediction and what are you expecting from that game from Arsenal and that at Old Trafford?
I want the new signings to make a statement. That's what I'd want from a game number one away from home.
Right.
And I don't see it being a United game because as much as United is preparing, Arsenal are also spending preseason to prepare for the game, right? It's not like we're just gonna arrive at the stadium, we're gonna let
Hmm.
United thump
Right.
us and then just go back. So
Right.
I think it's
Right.
gonna be a good game between the two teams. Depends on how the preseason fares. It's too early to say anything to be honest.
Hmm.
But I would back my side to beat United even away from home.
Right. I'm gonna take some comments first, okay, and then we'll switch to the next game. So we definitely talked about it. I'll take some. Looking at the window, I've realized that life is much more than stupid leagues. The real victories in the moments we made along the way. Trophies mean nothing. Eh,
Fair.
either no. I mean, this doesn't work this way. I mean, see, there's a point that comes in any team's future aspirations that where are we going from here, right? So, where does Arsenal and Arteta go from here if they still end up another trophyless season, man? I'll ask the three of you at this point, since ये topic छेड़ ही दिया है इसने.
See, if he doesn't, if once he gets a striker and a winger,
Right,
and if we're still not able to get a trophy,
right,
I think it'll be fair if the board says, you know what, we'll move on. But if they're not delivering those two players that he's been begging for since COVID, then I really do not know like who is the issue there. Is it like the board not trusting Arteta or Arteta not good enough to deliver trophies or something like that? I'm really confused regarding that.
right. Okay, yappers बोल रहे हैं कि see guys, we weren't bad defensively only. I kind of agree and
Yeah.
still disagree,
Hmm.
because the thing is I know we did not score more goals for us to make those few conceded goals sometimes in those games. That one odd goal we concede make it look so bad.
Hmm.
That's why we see it, but there's no excuses there. It's not about how many goals you concede. It's the amount of times you have lost control in the games. That's what I'm worried about. That's what is called defense. How much control do you have in the game defensively on, um, even on even in the top half of the pitch? That's what your defense is. That's why a lot of teams you see chad ke khel rahe hain, playing high to control narratives in the top half of the pitch. What do you guys think on this one? I mean, there's a narrative going on in among United fans as well, which is fair enough that since we did not score goals, our goals were made to look like massive defensive errors, which they were. But what's your take on this?
That's very fair to say, I'd say, because at the end of the day, it's the amount of goals you score that will give you the win. And as much as you score, it's going to like outshade the defensive errors you make in the end as well. In terms of
Right.
United, at least, because I get this, I've seen these arguments of United fans having this opinion. So I think, yeah, it makes sense as to what you said as well.
Right. Path and Suchit, what do you guys think? Like, was that a fair assessment saying that since we don't score goals, our goals look really, really bad, even the Onana mistakes?
I mean, for United, it can be the case. I can vouch for the Arsenal perspective. So with us, we've got Gabriel Saliba, who are arguably the best defensive centre back duo in the world, I'd say. And with the stats that we had, we conceded the least amount of goals last season as well. But
Right.
it was just the goals not being scored up front, which hindered our results, and which made us look like, okay, we take the leads and we concede goals. And those goals aren't explicitly down to defensive errors. It's just the team not being in there for that very moment and conceding foolish goals, which happens with United as well. So
And sometimes out of
it's
shape as well. Out of shape sometimes
uh
at the counters.
yeah.
We have seen that a lot with Arsenal as well. I think
Yeah.
considering that we have seen that Saliba has had not the greatest of seasons as he had last season. Right? Let's be absolutely fair. For me, I rate Saliba really high. He has had a disappointing season as per his standards.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
And he has been so many times out of the position. I think that's where you guys lost vital points. I think let's be fair.
The goals that we concede are mostly self-inflicted than the opponents doing something unimaginable.
Absolutely, fair enough.
And we
Absolutely, because
concede a lot of set pieces as well, which is not being
surprisingly
exactly.
set pieces were the
And
ones.
this is where I would like to point out. I think the first half of the season that Arsenal were really, really great in the set piece. There was a phase of 2-3 months when neither you scored, but you did concede some goals from the set pieces as well. So when there's a narrative around Arsenal that's a set piece FC, no. Set pieces are a major tool for any team to have control in the game and to shift the narrative out of nowhere. Right. And sometimes like it's fine to do it. I mean, United lacks that whole thing and we end up conceding. So I think that narrative I don't agree. Adieri Kangumba is here. Thank you so much. Hi Ash, how are you? Newcastle United should sign good brand. Okay. Joao Pedro, okay, for 70 million. Move deal to Newcastle United and Nicholas Kuhn and Malik Fofana. Okay. So he's saying Newcastle should sign these three players: Joao Pedro, Malik Fofana, Nicholas Kuhn. Arush, you have done some scouting reports maybe recently on any of those players. I think what's your opinion on Joao Pedro? I might be on the fence on this one for Newcastle. Let's say from Newcastle perspective, injury prone player hai. What do you think?
I like Joao Pedro, but I think you all have a same profile in Matheus Cunha, so it really doesn't make sense to spend 70 million on Joao Pedro because Newcastle is a team that can favorably match the left wing and strikers' expectations with one player, that is Joao Pedro. Like if they plan to play that attacking midfielder even in that profile, or
Right.
someone who's creative from left wing, if it's not Gordon or if it's not Harvey Barnes, I think Joao Pedro is a good signing for them. But United, no. I have watched very less of Malik Fofana. I've
Right.
watched very less of Kuhn as well. So no.
Fair enough. I'll take some comments. ठीक है? Biggest club CFC. Let's all laugh at United and Arsenal. हाँ भाई मैं तो हंस रहा हूँ.
laughing at your.
Yeah.
हमको हंसने की जरूरत नहीं है. कल पाल्मेरास ने सॉरी फ्लामेंगो ही ने हंस दिया तो
फ्लैमिंगो ने हंस दिया. एडमिन ने कुक कर दिया. मिशेलिन स्टार लेवल कुकिंग भाई. ठीक है. मिशेलिन स्टार लेवल कुकिंग था भाई कल. Bipra bol rahe hain, Cristiano if he wants. Okay, there's a question, right? And let's come to that question as well. I mean, we'll go to the other games, but let's come to this question. Question to panel: if Arsenal ends up trophyless, I mean, it's a question that has been asked hundreds and thousands of times. But let's talk about it. Will you sack him or keep him? Ash, by you also answer. If you ask my answer on this one, I would still not sack him.
Okay.
I won't
Because.
sack him. I won't sack him because if you guys end up UCL runners up, right?
Hmm.
It's again a step up. See,
Hmm.
I always believe right now, after seeing all these years, is at least some level of consistency. But
Hmm.
I think where there will be a lot of questions and a lot of
Hmm.
criticism and a lot of hot takes that's going to happen, a lot of conversation that's going to start popping up this after this season, if
Hmm.
Arsenal still ends up winning trophyless, that where does it where do we go from here,
Wait,
right?
draw the line. Yeah. Hmm.
So that's where I think the fans and even the pundits, even their own players, might start drawing the line that maybe it's not going somewhere, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Are we looking at possibilities of players leaving as well when this happens, that and there's no trophies, or we
Hmm.
still think that they all still believe in the Arteta project? It's a fair question. I think let's take your takes on this one. I
Hmm.
would still keep him, but what's your opinion?
Suchit?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I've answered it first, now. Like what I said before. You guys go ahead and tell.
uh,
Arush,
Fun, fun,
Arush,
fun.
Arush.
Arush, go for it.
Okay.
Hmm. Of course.
My
Of
first
course.
my first question as an Arsenal fan would be, as an Arsenal fan, what do you consider as a successful season for Arteta? Is it winning
Right.
the
Hmm.
Premier League? Is it winning both? Is it winning everything? Is it not winning
Hmm.
anything and then sacking him? So that's a fair question to ask again. For
Hmm.
me, I would say runners up is good in the Champions League, but I would at least want to see something, at least a far-fetched run in the cup competitions.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Premier League, it is bound for us to finish second or third, neither if we finish first.
Hmm.
It's just my perspective as to how good the competition has also become this season after the signings that we're seeing. So I would
Hmm.
like to see at least a cup competition glory for Arsenal next season for Arteta to
Hmm.
survive. I mean,
Yeah.
I want Arteta to stay regardless, even if he doesn't win anything, but I just don't
Right.
see the chances of that happen. I see him step down himself.
Right.
Hmm.
And Abhijay का यहाँ comment है. I mean, it again a legit fair comment that where like it's also about building squad, but uh, this pattern has always come up, right? Where
Hmm.
stopgap signings has been a
Yeah.
pattern that we have seen
Yeah.
recently with Arsenal
Hmm.
signings,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a fair comment here. He's saying that by it all depends on the window. If we bring Watkins and Madueke type of players and end up trophyless, I
Hmm.
won't blame Arteta for that. Not saying that these players are bad, but not progressive signings. So
Yeah,
who's
Hmm.
making the calls in terms of signings at this point? Now, obviously Arteta should be there, but do you think it's the club mostly?
it's the club. It's
It's
not
the
Arteta.
direct, it's the whole reason why we brought in a sporting director, right? Because I've said this in our streams as well. It's like people are blaming Arteta for all the wrong signings, but at the same time, nobody's crediting him when all the possible attackers that we wanted to bring in have not ended up at Arsenal and have gone to some other clubs, right? Because if you go back to COVID time,
Right.
we have targeted Osman before he went to Napoli. We've targeted Dominic Soboslai even before he went to the sister RB club. We've
Yes.
even targeted Vlahovic. This one, who's that
Hmm.
guy who's at Italy? Who that midfielder? Uh, Sas-
Is he
Locatelli,
the
Locatelli,
Sassuolo
Locatelli? Locatelli.
Locatelli,
Locatelli.
Locatelli.
Manuel Locatelli.
Locatelli. Yeah, Locatelli. Then we had Tammy Abraham even that time, like before he even moved away from Chelsea. See, back then he was still good. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, 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 no. I'm just taking comments. You continue. Like,
Haha. So we've been linked with attackers for a while, but all the people who have come into the club has always been defenders or second or third choice midfielders. I'm not saying that they should not be the ones who should should progress the club as well. Because look at Liverpool.
right,
Salah was not their first choice right winger. He was
right.
the second or third choice right winger, and look at him being a club legend, right? So it's again the quality in our options are also not great when it comes to not bringing the first choice as well.
Hmm.
So who are you blaming here? If you're blaming Arteta only, then I guess you have certain personal agendas, in my
Right,
opinion. If
right.
not, see the whole picture, see the track record, see the players that we will link with, look at the players that we wanted to bring in, who could
Right.
have elevated that team, not now, but in 2 3 years. Isaac, when Isaac was available for 70 million in that winter window, where
Hmm.
was the board? Huh?
Right.
Had he come in that half season, maybe with that preseason with Arsenal, maybe in that season, that full season, instead of being at Newcastle, he would have had a great season with Arsenal itself. So I'm not going to completely blame Arteta here. There is a lot of issues with the board as well, not bringing in the players who were required to elevate the teams, which they didn't. So that's what I think.
No, it's a fair assessment, I would say. I mean, sometimes you need. I mean, let's go back the years, right? There was so much, even the whole Arsenal fan TV agenda that happened when the whole channel thing started. Right? It all started with fans questioning that the board and Stan Kroenke and everyone, right? Like, where does it go from here in terms of the signings? Every season, there's a hope that Arsenal will make some good stuff, because money has never been the problem at Arsenal. If you think about it, Arsenal is a well-run, profitable club over the years, right? Financially as well. It's the ambition of the signings. I mean, let's look at how Liverpool is cooking right now. They, after even winning the season, securing Virgil van Dijk's contract and Salah's contract, they ended up signing Wirtz, one of the British transfer records, one of the top 5 mein aata hai, right? Kerkez and Frimpong. Two, like, the players you would absolutely aspire for are absolutely join Liverpool and still have the ambitions to go and say कि हम लोग इस के लिए भी जाएंगे. Where is this ambition right now in the transfer market for Arsenal, considering Sesko talks chali rahe, but it's not reaching somewhere? Where does Arsenal draw the line with Sesko as well in terms of the transfer window, transfer market fee? So that's a question for you guys. What's happening there with Sesko?
I would just say that, it is all down to the negotiation tactics that we are employing. And with Andrea Berta coming in, earlier it was Edu who was dealing when it came to all these signings, and he was of the view that I'll just line up a certain target, and if we don't get him, we won't have any alternatives. But with Berta, we have had Sesko on our radar for over a year now, but Berta came in and he was like, okay, what if Sesko doesn't happen? So we started to build our relationships with Gyökeres, and now we are in a strong position that if Sesko doesn't join us, Gyökeres will be willing to do so because his first priority is Arsenal. So it's just that we are taking longer because we want the best player and the best price, which I don't feel is the best in every case. But yeah, that is how we operate.
Right.
I can't really fault
So here's
Berta for that.
Right. So here's a question for Bipra as well. Let's look at another reality that, let's say, Arsenal ends up winning some trophy. I get it, but I'm saying if he ends up winning both FA and the EFL Cup, will he be considered? That's my question. Good question. I'll tell you why. Because let's be absolutely honest, last year's narrative from a lot of Arsenal fans, I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that the EFLs and the FA Cups weren't the most priority in terms of trophies.
Let's also be honest. Where did this opinion come from? 2020, when we won the FA Cups, who ran these narratives?
Fair enough. Exactly. I mean, see, this is the thing. Narratives ka game hai, right? It's all narratives and what the situation is. Okay? But I'm saying right now, let's present pe hi rehta hai. Like last year, the whole situation was that EFL is not the priority. But right now, since so many years, there's been no trophies at Arsenal. I think winning an EFL Cup would at least give them the boost of confidence to tell, okay, hum line cross kar sakte hain. But if it's not going to happen still, is it legitimate for the fans to be absolutely divided between Arteta? Considering that's a great comment, I'll take one. Is this is what Cristiano is mentioning here. I do think there is a possibility of City signing Arteta after 2 years. Why not though?
He won't go.
You don't think Arteta will go back to City if Pep leaves?
No.
I can see him go to Spain. I can. That's what I can see him go to Spain, but not within the Premier League.
I mean, he won't leave Arsenal to join City. I mean, that would make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe he might go to City, but not after Arsenal.
Right,
that's a fair point. Yeah.
Right. Parth, best players are going somewhere. Beta ko bolo, wake up.
कौन जा रहा है best player? कहाँ जा रहा है? कहाँ गया?
It's best players are going to somewhere. Beta ko bolo, wake up. I mean, what he's saying is that there are other clubs that might be going in for, let's say, Sesko. What if Sesko deal? Okay, I'll ask a question right now. If Sesko deal falls off, right? Let's say Gyökeres deal भी fall off कर जाता है. Let's take a situation. What's your next striker option?
Watkins.
Within few seconds we'll take, and then we'll jump to the fixtures. Suchit, what's your first striker
Watkins.
option? Ollie Watkins?
Yeah.
Path for you?
Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins. Okay, fair enough. Arush?
I'd say Watkins, or I'd even take Hugo Ekitike if it's an option for much cheaper by the end of the window.
बात का मूड ऑफ नहीं है बात सीरियस अभी
कोई
सीरियस
mood
डिस्कशन
off
चल
नहीं
रहा है
मेरा.
serious
Yeah.
loudmouth football yes also I'll be joining goal oa and loudmouth football उनके channel पे at 2 p.m est and 11:30 p.m ist मैं हमेशा I have to mention my time zones because I am from Canada at this point 21 people are watching please like the stream 50 likes हो जाने चाहिए last stream also did so well we reached 50 likes or plus 50 likes पहुंचाओगे ना algorithm will help us really so also just to remind everyone football showdown is here जाके subscribe करो no questions asked just go and hit subscribe fantastic channel they're growing really well and that's why I've invited them great channel with great football knowledge and Arush also doing so well in his scouting research featuring in so many I think news headlines and stuff so fantastic Times of India and all I mean see panel legit hai not waffle right this is a legit panel that we have today so there's no waffle and we're not going to talk waffle talking about Watkins that's a fantastic point I think Watkins आएगा deadline पे you're about to see the best of me
Ash will get it though.
No, I didn't. That's why I'm just worried. You are about to see the best of me.
Sterling jab announcement
Oh,
hua tha,
man.
came out of the video. You're gonna see the best of me.
Ashbro didn't get okay. It's fine.
No, I did not get it.
It's a running joke.
It's an Arsenal insider joke, right? So I might not have got it. But I think I'll take this comment, bro. That will be determined by the outcome. If he wins a trophy, it's City. Otherwise, it's Nepal.
Damn.
Kasam bhai. Cooking chal raha hai. Krishanu, why not City? He will get players whatever he wants. Nobody like to be unemployed these days. Arteta ka wage demands Barca or Madrid de sakta hai. I don't see Madrid signing him, but let's see with Barca. I think I mean for me realistically, he either come back to City or can be Barca. But with Hansi Flick cooking absolutely fantastic biryani there, I don't see why someone would like Arteta would even want to go there and take Declan Rice there.
Nice
one.
What do you think of PSG as well if that project fails? I mean, I don't see the project fail, but he is an ex-PSG player.
No, that's a good point, man.
Wait, what do we mean PSG project failed? They won UCL. They wanted UCL always well, right?
No, down the years.
Talking about them having the wonder generation, right? Like all these top players there. I'm just saying in the run-in, what if they don't and then Arteta being a player who played alongside like Pochettino, Beckham and stuff like that for PSG, he would have some connection there. So of course, he would like to go back there.
Right.
For me, if not Spain, it was PSG next option. If not Spain.
Right. Okay. I'll take some questions, but I think let's move to the next fixture, right? Even for United, let's move to the next fixture. It's Fulham away, right? And Fulham away, we have been good at Fulham away. So for me, if we have a decent preseasons, I don't see us dropping points there, considering we have won in the last two outings as well. Even the previous outing, we did well there. So I see a 3-pointer here. But let's come to Arsenal, right? Leeds at home, and Leeds can be a dangerous squad. Still a relegation squad that have joined from relegation, but still, I mean, they can be an absolutely dangerous team, Leeds, considering the amount of goals they've scored in the championship. What's your take on this game? What's expected of this game, and how many points you'll get?
I mean, it should be 3 points. I mean, I haven't watched much of Leeds. You know, the Leeds that I'm reminded of is the Leeds under Jesse Marsh and Marcelo Bielsa. So
right,
definitely that Leeds won't be the Leeds that will show up at the Emirates. So again, if you aren't getting 3 points against Leeds, there's no point competing for the title.
Absolutely. I mean, it should be a given that you win against Leeds. Absolutely, batter Leeds. I'm talking 3-4-0. उतना लेवल का आपको dominance चाहिए to assert that dominance to kickstart your Premier League season.
What do you think? If it is the other way around, if it was traveling away to Leeds, right, the pressure would be insane because it would be like what coming back to the Premier League, at their home, Ellen Road, right? Is it Ellen Road?
Leandro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Ellen Road.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been absolute immense pressure. But since it is at the Emirates, I feel it'll be an Arsenal win.
Fair enough. Absolutely. I mean, I'll take a
Mm.
3 points as well. But Arush, what do you think? So if you have seen Leeds, do you see Leeds surprising Arsenal, or do you think this is a straightforward win?
I think it's going to be a straightforward win. I think the only chance Leeds have against Arsenal is going to be hit us on the counter with the pacey
Mm.
wingers they have. And I
Right,
don't
right,
see a
right.
chance for
Mm.
them to hit us.
Fair enough. Loudmouth football बोल रहे petition to bring back Neves from Al Hilal.
Oh, Ruben Neves,
Oh.
crazy.
Hey,
But
that player was so. I mean, I was surprised. Like a lot of teams are in for him, but he chose Al Hilal.
He
That's fine.
nearly he
Yeah,
nearly joined Arsenal. He
है ना?
nearly joined Arsenal. Yeah.
Right. Ishan is here as well. Thank you. These games like Leeds home पे draw कर रहे थे last year, which led to the gap between us and Liverpool. Right, the Everton draws.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
few more disappointing results. Right? Remind me which. I think I remember the Everton game.
Brighton,
Brighton,
Everton, Fulham,
Brighton draw.
Brighton draw.
Brighton.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa का draw था, right? So these are some
Yeah.
of the games that, I mean, that's why I asked the question that will Leeds surprise, but I don't think so. It's gonna straightforward win. But the next game, the biggest game of the season, Arsenal versus Liverpool at Anfield with the new signings.
Yeah, it's at. See, I'm glad. I'm glad it is at Anfield. I'm glad the first of these two legs is at Anfield and not at Emirates. So, again, I'm not going to say anything much. Actually, you know what? You let us know what you think about this game. Or how do you think it's going to fare?
You asking my opinion on this one?
Yeah.
Liverpool. Okay. I'm on the spot, man. I mean, it's a tough fixture. Okay, let's be absolutely honest, right? With Arsenal being much more compact, I think I again see the same pattern that Arteta might follow. He might not be that ambitious in this game. Would like to play on the moments, right? And be defensively really compact with your sixes and the eights, trying to not be so aggressive. But I think one of your vital changes that you will see with Arsenal this season is Zubimendi. Now with Zubimendi coming in as your tempo creator slash, the architect of your midfield, and with Zubimendi's intelligence, I think I have tweeted about this, right? That intelligence outrights physicality. I mean, I showed a stat in one of my streams as well that Zubimendi can actually Zubimendi has the ability to tackle as well. He has 96, 97 percentile in interceptions. He has won aerial duels as well, 95%. I mean, seeing his physicality, would you expect will he win aerial duels? No, but it's the intelligence that counts. So I think it will definitely release a lot of burden from Declan Rice and Odegaard to do the creative work. Like Rice can actually eat the ground with his dribbles, right? And can have at least stay a little higher in this pitch with Odegaard completely focusing on linking up with Saka. I think Arsenal will surprise Liverpool on this one. I'm going for a 1-0 win on this one for Arsenal.
At Anfield?
At Anfield.
Okay.
I'll tell you, even if Liverpool will have a good preseason, let's say, they're still playing against a big game with Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kerkez. Is the squad still gelling or not? I saw some defensive frailties last season in the initial weeks in Liverpool. Even if Liverpool didn't concede, right, we saw a lot of control being missed, right? I mean, this is where I'm thinking that having played United in game week 1 and getting that confidence from Leeds at home, I think Arsenal might pull this off at 1-0.
Wait. I got it. Wait, Krishanu is your mod, right? Krishanu,
Right.
bhai, I hope you clip this bit. I hope you save it. Whatever happens at that day, please post it because
I'm going to clip it myself. Okay, I'm going to clip it myself. I'll take some comments as well. Thomas Party, what do you think uska future? We'll talk about it. Kushaga seems Saxena, he doesn't cost much. किसकी बात कर रहे थे? I think they're talking about Cancelo. Neves and I think
Neves
Liverpool at Anfield, potential big sis, no loss record breaker for Arsenal. Okay.
It's been happening for the last 3 seasons that we lose. We never lose a game against the big six.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking that they might surprise Liverpool there. But what do you think, Suchit, Path, and Arush there?
I'm going last. I'm not saying anything first. I'm going last.
You're going last? Okay, Arush जाएगा पहले.
I'd like to back Ash on this. I think we get to see a game in which Arsenal's attack is platformed well.
Hmm.
Ash also mentioned as to how he could see us play on the big moments, how we could
Hmm.
be compact, defensively shaped. But we
Hmm.
have to keep in mind that Arteta is getting the players he wants.
Hmm.
He gets to platform the players he wants like he wants, if you
Right.
get
Hmm.
what I mean. And that then makes the game just gel better within the squad. You
Mm-hmm.
spoke of Zubimendi, that
Right.
just
Hmm.
makes our main creative player in Odegaard much more. It's just giving him more freedom. He gets the keys to operate within
Hmm.
Right.
those lines in between. So
Hmm.
I can also see us doing well against them. It's see
Hmm.
the consensus that is there currently is that Liverpool have signed three players. None of the big clubs have signed multiple
Yeah.
players in order
Hmm.
to gel and compete with them. Hence, they will win every game that comes by them. That
Right.
Hmm.
just doesn't make sense as to the fact that the window ends on 1st of September. Today is
Hmm.
21st of June. There
Hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
fixtures to be played. There is preseason to be played. There can
Right.
anything can happen. See, again, we
Hmm.
are making predictions based on what we think tactically and stuff like that. Who's
Right.
going to say stuff that VVD is going to be injured that day? Who's going to
Hmm.
Exactly.
bring up stuff like Wirtz is not going to gel well in the first two games, and that's going to be the reason why he doesn't play well the game against Arsenal as well. So
Hmm.
it's all on predictions that we're making. But in my
Hmm.
opinion, I would like to support Ash in the idea of how Zubimendi comes in,
Hmm.
elevates the attack, gives
Hmm.
Arsenal. See, Arsenal's defense is already good. It's not like we're going to be conceding a lot against even the biggest
Hmm.
clubs. That's what I'd like to believe. Call me delusional. But
Hmm.
I would like to see Arsenal get the better of Liverpool because I see Arsenal start well this season. I see us
Right.
win against United. I see us win against Leeds. And I would like to see us win against Liverpool as well.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, that's
Hmm.
fair enough. Absolutely, you should back your team there. And I think after all the experiences Arsenal has had at Liverpool, right? It's time they
Mm-hmm.
learn. It's time they
Yeah.
learn from the mistakes. It's time they learn that a better ambition, like we
Hmm.
saw that ambition at Etihad last season when they were 2-1 up, right?
Hmm.
अगर रेड कार्ड नहीं होता I was expecting even more goals because I was
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
that ambition in the first half and then it died down.
Hmm.
You,
Hmm.
if Arsenal can take it a step not see haroge, that's a different question, but you
Hmm.
need to see the ambition at least कि yes
Hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
have to go and win these big games away to
Hmm.
actually sustain a long season. That might be a difference because there can be that one off boogie game against Brentford, let's say at home at
Yeah.
Emirates,
Hmm. Hmm.
where Brentford suddenly turns up. Let's say a Spurs turn up, man, someday, right? With
Hmm.
Thomas Frank, right?
Hmm.
It might happen. So you have to at least win your battles with your initial competitors, and then bhai Allah Malik. Then anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, fair enough. I think if I'm saying that, to be fair, that Arsenal will win 1-0
Hmm.
considering the defensive structure you will have with
Hmm.
Timber fit, with Ben White fit, and
Hmm.
everyone fit, right?
Hmm.
I'm going with a 1-0 Arsenal win. Arush is going how much? What's your scoreline expected against Liverpool?
I think we'll concede, but it's either going to be a 2-1 or a 3-1 to Arsenal.
So you're expecting more goals from Arsenal this season. And
Yeah.
and and this you are saying based on the current situation of the transfers as well, right?
Yeah, based on us getting a striker and a winger, or if not even a winger, based on us
Right.
getting a striker.
Right, right, right,
Oh,
right.
that's how you say. Okay. Okay. I thought you would. Okay. Okay.
Obviously, bro, you're gonna count Liverpool having Wirtz, Frimpong, and Arsenal
No,
just gonna sit with two
because
players less and stuff like that. No,
no, because I'm if I'm talking from a current perspective, because they signed three players, and we're
you
getting
can't speak
Zubimendi,
like
right?
that. No.
That's what this
अरे तो फिर
current. Yeah, I would still put
Yeah.
us in a better place than what we were then last season because we were having those issues playing centrally, and we know the Liverpool were having a lot of gaps centrally, right? Because they were trying to spread out their game and trying to force teams to play from the wings. So I
Right,
thought in that way, if we were playing just with the team that we have right now and with the
right.
team that they have right now, I
Uh,
think it'll still be like good. But assuming that we're going to get our attacking signings and everything, then yeah, then I would back my team to say that yeah, we're going
if
to
fair
I'm
win.
enough, fair
really
enough.
being honest, yeah, you can say that I'm being delusional or I'm being too haughty, but
Hmm.
I really don't care about Liverpool signing Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kerkez. As long as Arsenal gets their signings right, if we
Hmm.
sign a centre forward, left winger, and Zubimendi, he's
Right.
obviously done.
ठीक है.
I don't see us not winning the league. I mean, with all due respect to whatever City's done and Liverpool's done, if we do our business right,
Uh,
I'll definitely put us in contention. And when it
no,
comes to
fair
the
enough.
Anfield game, Uh, Again, heart says 3 points, head says one.
Head says one, right? I'm going with the 1-0. So Arush going for a win. I'm going for a win. Path is going for a draw. Suchit,
Win.
win. So we're
Hmm.
going for an Arsenal win there against Liverpool. Chat,
We
or
have
what?
to. We have to.
Put in your comments, and before you put in your comments, guys, 25 likes already ho chuke hain, right, on the video. Anyone who's watching and has not liked the video, please do like the video and subscribe to that the football showdown, and also follow Arush and Path on Twitter as well, and even Suchit on Twitter as well. सबको follow करो हर every social media. ठीक है, I don't have to say this, right? Fantastic channel, they're growing right now. Suchit, we had a conversation recently about YouTube and so on. I think it's absolutely they're doing great job. So go and subscribe to them. Great panel here. That's why I invited them. Now let's move to the next game. Nottingham Forest at home. This will be a tricky fixture. I mean, I think, in my opinion, this is a much more trickier fixture than your Liverpool's game. Because certain expectation is from that game, but this game might be tricky at home, considering Arsenal
Do
have
we
lost
know
some points.
anything on Forest signing players or letting go of players?
No, so Forest have signed, it seems, 3 players from Botafogo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
Igor
Oh,
they have
all
Jesus and stuff
three.
like that.
all
Not
three,
two.
all three,
All
Oh
all
three.
three.
damn. Okay. Ha.
So they have signed Jair Cunha, they have signed Igor Jesus, and there's another player, right? I'm forgetting the name. They have signed
The
3,
right
another
back.
center back, the right back, right? So they are making moves. Last season when they made a move for Murillo as well, very underrated
Hmm.
signing. He's like a cult figure, right, as well.
Hmm.
So, like, they can be tricky, and with Nuno Espirito Santo playing that kick and rush style football, right, where they're absolutely compact, but with Elanga and Gibbs White, they can be ferocious in the attack,
Hmm.
right? What's your prediction on this game? How will Arsenal win this game, or do you see a draw? Realistically speaking,
Win.
win,
Win.
It's at
Yeah.
the Emirates. We have to.
right? So
Win.
you're predicting a win there for
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, right?
Yes. Huh?
No.
No.
Against.
No, okay. All three are saying a win for Nottingham Forest. I think a fair assessment as well. Nottingham Forest
against
can
40.
uh,
Win for Arsenal. Win for Arsenal.
win. No, no, win for Arsenal against Forest at home. So a win for Arsenal against Forest at home. But I'm a bit worried there in terms of
Hmm.
Forest being absolutely compact and playing on the counter. It'll be a tight game. You know what will happen in this game? Forest will score first, then it's going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal. But I'm just on a spot between a draw and a win there. But I think I'll go with an Arsenal win. So as of now, we are seeing कितना points हो गया? 10 points from the first 4 games, which is a fantastic start in my opinion. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
But let's move to the next game, Man City. Right. And before doing that, और United का बात भी कर लेते हैं. We are playing Burnley on the third game,
Burnley.
right?
Yeah.
So all United fans who are in the chat right now,
bhai
right?
sahab.
Right? After playing Arsenal at home and Fulham away, we are playing Burnley at home, and I don't know what's gonna happen. If we deliver decent performances against Fulham and Arsenal, right? Even if we don't win and all, I expect a win against Burnley. But
Okay,
we
Burnley
have
have the
struggled
best defense in Championship, by the way.
exactly. That's where I was coming there. We have
15
had
goals conceded.
exactly. They are a well structured defense that knows that each player knows their job right now. And if they, I think Arush, do they play low block? I think they do.
Yeah.
Right? They
They
don't. They
can fit. I
They
mean,
can fit
They
in.
can.
Yes.
Premier League they will, but they are very attack friendly and they are very good defensively.
Right. So this is where they can be a trouble for us. If Burnley chad ke khelti hai, then I am expecting United to break the spaces. But if Burnley plays low block, then it's going to be very, very difficult for us to win this one. But I'll still be hopeful for at least a close 1-0 or a 2-0. I'm going for a 1-0, just nicking right at the last moment. But this is where I'm going. So I'm expecting at least like 4 points from the first 3 games, 5 points from the first 3 games, or like something like that. Nothing crazy. Bipra बोल रहे ऐश भाई मेरा क्वेश्चन ले लो. एक क्वेश्चन फिर से डाल दो. I have activated slow mode today at least. बहुत comments आए थे last time, so I'm taking it step by step. Put your comment again, Bipra. I'll take it. Obviously, I'll take most of your comments, but definitely do chime in the chat. So, okay, next game. Man City, Arsenal against
Oh,
Man City at home.
oh.
5-1 win last time. You guys have to cook it, man. But City signings, man, with
Yeah.
Reinders, and I think City will, in my opinion, and I've mentioned this in my video as well. I think we saw pedestrian football last season a lot
Mm.
from City, but this time is going to be different, man. With
Mm-hmm.
the more dynamism with Marmoush and Reinders. What do you
Yeah.
expect from this game at Emirates?
Um, mm. See, Turkey sounds like a very interesting signing. Let's not beat around the bush there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
again, can he be consistent with it? Is the only question. I know, like in the Club World Cup, people have been slating him, but I think the most difficult point or difficult position to fill in any club is the creative spot, because
Right,
other players need to understand the way that you put in the ball, or you
right.
got to understand the other players runs as well, and to put the ball for them, right? So slating him, I didn't feel was right. Also, I've not seen the match, so I've seen only highlights, so I do not know how his overall game was also. But uh this is very hard. I don't know how to judge the signings, to be very fair. I know Tijani is good. Turkey is still for me like, is he really? Are you sure? It's
I
yeah.
don't think Turkey starts for them
Turkey won't
Yeah.
start, I think. Turkey doesn't start this game.
because if you watched, I mean, even I didn't watch, but I saw lots
Mm,
of tactical dissections of City's game against
mm,
City's game in the Club World Cup, and I saw
mm,
Reinders being used in a position where Rodri would play basically. So
mm,
Reinders was basically positioned next to the goalkeeper to take goal kicks.
Yep.
And
mm,
they had Cherky who dropped deep in order to facilitate play, who didn't play as good as you'd expect them.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
mm,
fact that Rodri can come back, take that
mm,
spot of Reinders, and
Right.
Reinders plays the fact that Cherky's there, he can play
mm,
that position. You have
Right.
someone like Phil Foden or Manmu start as the
mm,
attacking player, and then you can. I mean, with Pep Guardiola, you see new inventions every season. And I
mm,
think with the new players that they've gotten in, I think we are seeing tactical adaptations already. So,
mm,
yeah, I think that game is going to be one of those games where we don't get 3 points, in my
Right.
very frank opinion. Mm.
No,
mm,
it's a fair assessment. I think I've mentioned that in the research that I did on Reinders. Like he 50% of his position he played at DM, right, as well,
mm,
and
Mm-hmm.
he plays deep and progresses the ball deep right till the final third. It's not like
Yeah.
so this is where there's a combination of off the ball runs that he makes plus the carries he makes. He carries, breaks the line, gives the pass, and then keeps on continuing the run till the final third
Mm-hmm.
mm,
to maintain that tempo. It's not like कि pass दे दिया रुक गया and then he will just figure out what he needs to do.
mm,
He makes the even against the goal against Madrid, when if you remember, when he scored that goal against Real Madrid, right? He made a pass to Rafael Leo, didn't stop there. Even as that position LCM, he saw that there's a space he need to run. He made that run, and that
mm,
Yeah.
exactly led to the goal. And this is the dynamism we might see from City this season, is what I feel. That was an eye
mm,
opener. Like when I did a lot of research on that, I was like, this player is something else. But I think when we saw him against at even for the national team at the Euros,
mm,
I
mm,
think I was very very impressed. Like यही player मेरे को चाहिए अपने squad में, अपनी team में.
Yeah.
But fair
mm.
enough to City, man. So what's your prediction on this one? Single pivot खेल रहा था. TG won't work like that. Single pivot पे TG won't work.
Exactly. I
Once
said Rodri
Rodri,
would play
Mm,
that.
mm,
exactly. Once
I, I
Rodri is
feel
there.
s- I feel City's success would depend a lot on Rodri and the defense because their attack is stacked. I don't know how well they'll adapt to the off the ball duties because with Pep, he'll definitely lay emphasis on that. But when it comes to the midfield, I again feel that it's a bit too attacking and a bit lax defensively because Rodri playing the single pivot coming off of an ACL, it won't be easy. If he hits the
हाँ,
ground running, fair enough. And
mm,
their defense, they've got 8 Nuri on one side, and if they sign Tino Livramento, and if he
mm,
starts, he'll definitely start for them. That
absolutely.
mm,
is quite an aggressive fullback pairing, and with their defense, with I feel Guardiola will be the one who will be
Guardiola
playing
will
at left centre
drop
back.
back this time.
Hmm.
है ना?
Hmm.
He will
And
finally come to centre back. Yeah.
and it would be Ruben Diaz. And I didn't feel that he had a great season last time. So
Hmm.
it all depends on how they strike the balance and how their defense works, because last season City was very suspect defensively.
Right.
So if we are to go by the image that City had last season, and if we are to compare how Arsenal would play, and with obviously City's signings they'll be making, I expect Arsenal to win.
Right. So Bipra a question. I think I lost his question. So he has a question, a good question. I have a question for the panel. Since Zubi is coming and Odegaard will play more of an advanced role, most likely can we see the 2022-3 version of Arsenal? Thoughts? Good question. And this is मेरे पास एक stat भी है इसके पास. ठीक है. I have a stat on this. Martin Odegaard last 3 goals, 8 assists है, right, in the Premier League. His numbers dropped by 50% since last season and 75% from the 2022-3 season. Do you think this is fitness, gassed out, yeah, a tactical shift that we saw this season, that we're seeing these numbers, or it's just personal that it has a drop?
Combination of all of that, to be honest, because tactically, if you saw the 23-24 season is when you could honestly see that how deep he's been playing. Then if you want to like talk about gassing out, he's been pressing on top, then he's dropping that deep as well, because again tactical issues there. Then again the ankle injury that he had with the national team, some say that he's not fully recovered, some say that he's supposed to go for a surgery as well, and all of that. That could have been another reason why he's not being that effective at the same time. So yeah, it's a combination of all three, in my opinion. It can't be just one reason.
Kushaga ka question hai, is Zubimendi an upgrade on Party? I think yes.
Monumental upgrade.
Huge upgrade. Yeah, not a normal one. It's a huge upgrade.
But this is where I would pose this question, right? There's uncertainty on Partey's future at Arsenal. How much is his contract? Last year contract, right?
Done.
Okay, it will run out after 10 days.
Yeah.
Will run out of 10 days, so he can go in free.
Yeah,
he's currently basically a free agent who is in contacts with Arsenal's board.
Oh,
he was sent back to Ghana post-season. There are still talks going on. The idea was basically by the end of the season that he would have signed his contract and he would be available. But the thing now is that Arsenal have kept his contract on hold, and there are concrete chances that he doesn't sign a contract with Arsenal.
Right. So this is where what's the potential replacement then for Partey at this point if Partey leaves? I mean, Zubimendi can replace Partey for sure, but you definitely need reinforcements in the midfield, right? If like we saw, Jorginho's gone as well. You don't even have the reinforcements. I mean, who is the potential Partey replacement? Considering you're still eyeing for Sesko and Rodrigo in the transfer market, will you be able to spend much on another centre midfield?
The talks are that. Oh, sorry. Arush, go.
No, you answer.
Suchit bol.
The talks are that we are getting Hato, right? Assuming that Arsenal get Hato, we are basically solidifying our defense, which would push MLS into that midfield, is my assumption. Now we have enough money, we'll go spend on another midfielder. I would hope that Arsenal go and check if we can go sign Onana from Aston Villa, because they need to sell players for their PSL issues, right?
But why is Arsenal going for Baliba then?
It doesn't make sense. He won't be starting games for us.
Exactly, because Arsenal were pivot. I think Arsenal plays with a single pivot, right? So it's like Baliba and Zubimendi to start together. I don't see it happening because Rice and Odegaard will play most of the games, and we have seen this pattern with Arteta that he does not tinker much with the playing 11 if they're available.
No,
right?
If he's
With
available,
Arsenal,
his price range would be 80
really-
million. I don't think we want to spend 80 million on the back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank
and
you
with
so much.
Arsenal, you can't really spend a lot on a superstar midfielder, because that superstar midfielder will not start games for us. Our starting midfield is Odegaard, Rice, and Zubimendi. That won't change.
Manavjeet Singh Rathod is joining. I would like to upload. Thank you so much. Hope you're subscribed to the channel. Hope you like the stream as well. Jojo ने जिन्होंने भी like नहीं किया stream, please go and like the stream as well. We have to reach 50. We have how many? कितने लोग देख रहे हैं? Of 16 people, 221 on Twitter, guys. Twitter वाले Twitter पे सब आ जाओ यहाँ पे. I'll be able to take your comments and your chat. And who haven't subscribed to my channel, we are on the road to 500 soon. ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा सा प्लग इन मार रहा हूँ. 316 subscribers done, but I think right now it's 327 at this point.
अरे वाह.
Road to 500 soon. एक महीना हुआ है चैनल को, will reach 500. I hope अगर 500 reach करें ना, I'll put videos after videos ताकि चैनल जल्दी monetize हो जाए.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to grow this community, man. I'm working hard on the content that we are creating, and I hope you guys like. अगर आप लोगों ने वीडियो चेकआउट नहीं किया है, ठीक है, I like to plug in, ठीक है, promotion, ठीक है, न्यू वीडियो कमिंग आउट midweek, stay tuned, ठीक है. कौन सा वीडियो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, but there's a video coming, right? Florian Wirtz का अगर वीडियो नहीं देखा, it has crossed 3,000 views on YouTube already. Considering my small channel, it's really
It's crazy work. It's crazy work.
it's
It
crazy.
deserved all the
Because
plans.
I don't believe when I was seeing like, हाँ, when I uploaded this video, I was like, हाँ, 200-300 तक जाएगा ना मेरे चैनल के हिसाब से, great, चल जाएगा. I'll be happy with this. Okay, Chucky and video Randers video is 2.4 now. अगर check out नहीं किया है, go check out. ठीक है, Matheus Cunha is reaching 4.7 as well on YouTube. So the numbers are doing well. I'm really loving the support that I'm getting from everyone. I'm really appreciating this. I mean, from you three as well, the support you have given on my channel as well. I'm really appreciating this.
You've actually created a niche for yourself with those kind of videos, because I haven't seen anyone in the Indian football community put out videos like that. The narration is on point and the editing is crazy good.
Thank you so much. I mean, that was a whole goal. That was a whole goal to at least have a better football discourse. Plus, me being a United fan, creating content on other clubs to give perspective that Ahmad is not the best player of your world. There are others as well. So other leagues, other teams, and also like just my personal understanding of football itself. Like my perspective of Reinders completely changed. I liked him. Like now I love him more when I did that research. Like I'm like, what a fucking player, man. So this is where new videos are coming, guys. Do stay tuned. It's gonna be good content overall in this channel. Krishanu ka question: why you need another CDM? You have two, isn't it enough?
Who
What
would
that
like to answer?
exists.
And we don't have a CDM, do we?
I mean, you can argue that you have the fact that Rice can play DM if Zubimendi is not fitting that game state or if it's injured. But then that center mid position goes very weak because we have Merino there then. And that's not what we want to see. So,
And
see,
and
there are
Arush,
two
what is
ways.
Zubimendi's what is Zubimendi's injury record, Arush? Does he get injured more
He's
often?
really good.
Right.
Last season he did have periods injured, but it was not a recurring injury, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. So it's not as bad as it's supposed to, into Arsenal standards, because Arsenal end up buying players who are injury prone. So
बिपरा 500 पे गिव अवे नहीं कर सकता भाई. 1000 तो पहुंचने चाहिए भाई, एटलीस्ट. तो 1000 पहुंचाओ जल्दी. 1000 पहुंचाओगे तो भाई पक्का गिव अवे. इवन इफ द चैनल इज नॉट दैट ओल्ड, गिव अवे तो पक्का होगा. सो विल डू दैट definitely.
To point out on that midfield question, nahi, this is just false. This is just false. It's just a media narrative that's been driven that Arsenal only signs midfielders and defenders, because if you look at our midfield signings, they've been to replace the likes of Granit Xhaka. So if Granit Xhaka left, it was Kai Havertz who came in. Kai Havertz really transformed Arsenal, the way we play and the way we are playing currently. And to go back to a style that was more suited to 22-23, we tried and got Mikel Merino. So Mikel Merino, you can say that he isn't a starter, but he was initially brought in to act as depth. And now with Jorginho and Partey most probably leaving, we need to replace these two guys. So the replacement for Jorginho is Zubimendi, and the replacement for Partey is still looking at options in the market, or it can be Lewis Kelly. So it's just false कि हम लोग ऐसा midfielders खरीदते हैं. It's just that हम लोग attackers नहीं खरीद रहे, तो इसलिए सबको लगता है हम सिर्फ midfielders और defenders खरीद रहे हैं.
लाला कुक मोड में आ गया आज. ठीक है,
वो लाला पूरा ही वो रहता है.
लाला. So Ayush is coming to my channel tomorrow, guys. Do join in the chat tomorrow. Special collaboration. बहुत ही fun topic है क्या कल?
हाँ, sure.
ठीक है.
वो ये सब आज हमारे साथ कर रहा है, कल उसके साथ होने वाला है.
Does Ash pay you? What a question, bhai. Kushagra. So I'll just like to mention Krishanu, like fantastic. He's done work on my Discord server, so he's helped me a lot there. pay you क्या था? He's mine. मतलब my team, my bro. So he's definitely pay क्या भाई? बहुत कुछ मिलेगा. Hey, don't take it in a wrong shit. What am I saying?
The moment you see that.
Both of them are used to with me on the channel. So
Yeah,
it's
so
fine.
exactly. So yeah, I know.
I
Striker,
have no
midfield
idea
and
what he's
defenders के
talking about.
अलावा और पोजीशन होती है. Like left wing, स्वयं.
हाँ,
Like wingers at Chelsea.
goalkeepers.
So जैसे wingers होते हैं वैसे defensive midfielders defenders भी होते हैं, right? Labor laws, sus, I cat emoji. Okay, fair enough. ये कैसा सवाल पूछता है? मैंने खुद ऑफर किया था हेल्प के लिए. Exactly. No. I mean, with Cristiano, I have plans, man. It's he's done some fantastic work for me. Really appreciate. Striker. Okay, okay. Ayush का question है. Who is the replacement of Martinelli? Good question. Let's go for it. I mean, it's a straightforward answer,
Body will
but
sleep.
let's realistically speak. अगर Rodrigo sign नहीं कर पाएगा, Nico Williams is gone. If you can't sign Rodrigo, realistic replacement of Martinelli. मैं shout out दूं, Kauro Mitoma. Not
Again, that would
replacement,
be
but a partnership.
Stopgap. He's a stopgap.
again that would
signing.
be another stopgap kind of signing.
अच्छा.
I wouldn't even have him on my top 5 wingers.
Okay. So who's your choice apart from Rodrigo and Nico Williams at left wing?
I think all three of us can agree on one name. I just put it out there. I feel it will be Anthony Gordon.
है ना?
No, I wouldn't go for Gordon. Nah.
I don't want him either, but yeah, who's
Gordon
there
feels
other
like a
than
very
him?
Martinelli-esque kind of player, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want it's like for like you're just having similar, like it's not like something you're bringing a different player, right?
Why not Rashford though?
The
Why
whole reason why
Rashford?
he's not playing for you, he's not playing for you for a reason, right? That is
There's
the
a
whole
reason, but there's also a factor that when he turns up big, right?
So
He's
similar
got the
conversation
Rafael.
we had last
He's
week.
got the Rafael Leao syndrome. He's got the
Yeah,
Rafael Leao
yeah.
syndrome.
मानवजीत का
Yeah.
यही कमेंट पे डालने वाला था, right?
वही है.
Rafael Leao. And Rafael
We
Leao, I think my assessment of Rafael Leao is a very hot and cold player. Like he can turn up and turn up big, like bhai, he can absolutely destroy defenders left, right, and center. But some days he'll be rather to squad पे था नहीं. It's like playing with 10 men kind of thing.
I
So-
see him go to Bayern though.
है ना?
Mhm.
I see him
Yeah.
going to Bayern. Now that Nico Williams thing has fallen off from Bayern, I think there were initially talks with Nico Williams with Bayern, but I think with now, I think he would work really well in that whole formation, pretty well.
Yeah.
Considering Kingsley Coman is leaving and Gnabry is not performing to the levels he's supposed to, I think uska ceiling. I think his ceiling is done, right? So yeah, Liao is linked to Bayern. Exactly. Liao got the Rashford syndrome. A lot of players have the Rashford syndrome, man.
Maybe
Jack
Barcola?
Hey, Barcola,
Nah.
but will you be able to bag Barcola? Right now, what I'm saying
He
is
won't leave. He won't leave.
players at
Yeah.
PSG right now are untouchable, at least for the
Yeah.
next 2-3 seasons, right? At least the prize players like Desiree Doué and like unless you absolutely go all out in the transfer market, like 150 million आप दे रहे हो, 100 million दे रहे हो, then it's gonna come. Doku,
Nah, bro.
City won't let go of him, and if City let goes of Doku, I'd be really very surprised because, in my opinion, Jeremy Doku is one of the best wingers in the Premier League. It's just the output that puts him down
I
in the
agree.
pecking order. But as a 1v1 demon, as a winger who can influence games, Jeremy Doku is up there.
fair enough, absolutely. I mean, I love when I see Doku, right? He's at least
Yeah.
making things happen. Maybe the final third output. I mean, the similar things that Garnacho as well, right? Keshav is mentioning Argentine Blondie. Like you reach positions, and I like to mention something when I saw the real difference between how a player matures. I also want to state something that not all players have the same growth trajectory. Some peak at 25, some peak at 23, some die out early like Rashford, like right. So when we saying Garnacho as well, like Garnacho could be an option, but uska impression खराब हो गया है. The problem पता है क्या है? Problem with
Brazil.
all the United players right now is the impression खराब हो चुका है. Like even if Anthony did fantastic stuff at Real Betis, still impression ऐसा है कि we are not able to offload him. He's willing to take a 30% wage cut to go and play for another club as well. This is where. So what's your opinion? Why didn't like अगर impression खराब नहीं होता, considering Garnacho's numbers here, won't Arsenal like a Garnacho alongside Martinelli in the team?
Hmm.
What are we
Yeah.
getting to an advantage with having Garnacho when we already have Martinelli?
Hmm.
Martinelli, I don't like Martinelli, and I feel that he is our weakest link. But if we get Garnacho, Martinelli would be the second weakest link. Yeah, that's how I put it.
Wait. You honestly, you've come on Ashbro's channel and you've actually said that Martinelli is our weakest link when we
He
do not
is.
have a striker.
He is.
Our
He
That's
weakest.
is.
I kind of agree there with Parth, Suchit bro,
He is.
because all the games I've seen Arsenal, right, in the last season, and and you can question my assessment there, is
Hmm.
Martinelli is not making those runs inside of that box to be available to take to convert in that final third, because I've seen countless balls from Saka and Odegaard absolutely doing nothing because there's no
No,
one in the far end of
that's
the
a wrong
pitch.
assessment.
That's a wrong
Nah,
assessment.
that's
That is a wrong assessment.
that.
I have seen in
What
many games though.
Martinelli
Yeah,
Nah, but what Martinelli does for us is exactly the opposite. He is very poor on the wings, but when he comes central, he is very good.
but
Yep.
was he making those runs last season though? I have
Yeah,
seen those runs 2022
yeah.
3 ज़्यादा, but 2023 4 ज़्यादा. But I'm talking about the last season 24-25. I seen him less.
The business end of the season. Starting में नहीं, but
Starting में नहीं.
as the season
Business end, he
progressed,
was doing
he
all right.
started to make those runs.
That's where I was coming from. I'm not talking about all the 3 years he was doing it. I'm talking about that when Arsenal needed points at the initial stages of the season where we were falling behind,
Hmm.
Martinelli was not doing enough in the final third. Yes, second half of
Yes,
the
sir.
season
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
That's
Hmm.
where I was talking about. You need control in
yeah.
this league. वो मेरा context है. Not, I agree. Martinelli is rather is a good striker option sometimes when he can play as well
Hmm.
centrally,
Mhm.
because he's very good centrally. And when it comes to a final third finishing, right, Martinelli is a fantastic finisher when it comes to
Hmm.
conversion,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So he
Hmm.
can convert goals.
Okay.
So, but what about this option, bro? Jamie Gittins.
Did-
He'd be my number one choice, but Chelsea can lure anyone with the type of contract they give, and
7
it's
Yeah,
years contract,
very
man.
obvious
yeah.
that he's gone to Chelsea now that the personal terms are agreed.
Julian Brandt का भी conversation
Julian
एक point
Brandt
पर
in
आया था.
In
2025.
2025, my God.
In
Just go to Bayer
2025.
Leverkusen, man. Just go back to Bayer
Julian Brandt
Leverkusen.
won't leave Bundesliga, Kushagra.
He
Nah,
was the player that we were linked with before Odegaard or during
Exactly.
Odegaard time as well.
Exactly. You have Julio
Julio
Enciso.
Enciso, यार अब
He
कोई
got
भी दे रहे हो
relegated
क्या
to
यार?
Ipswich, bro.
मतलब कोई भी दे रहे हो
Please
क्या
come
यार
back to
अब?
prime.
Right. But this
I
exactly
think,
comes to my point. Bilal Al Khanous,
yeah,
Hmm.
Bring.
right? Bilal Al
he's also
Khanous, I
linked
think
to
I'm
Arsenal.
reading from exactly. I'm tweeted about this as well. African media से आ रही है that he's linked a lot to
What
Arsenal.
about
Yeah.
Morgan Rogers as a left wing option? Not like a pure left wing, not like it's a pure left wing, not like
He
a
won't
touchline type.
work at left wing,
More
bro.
coming as
Nah,
a
nah.
I'd
because
rather take Eze then.
है ना?
Yeah.
yeah.
Eze is a much better option. He's like
Hmm.
the Zaha you never got,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Zaha profile later.
Or maybe we could like now that if Nico Williams is going, we can try
Hmm.
and get Rafinha. I do not know.
No.
Rafinha
I
leaving
said it
Barcelona.
the
There's
other day,
no
but
way. There's no way
Hmm.
he's leaving, man.
And even
there
if
is
he
a way.
leaves
I really
Barcelona,
think there is a way.
he captains Barcelona. He won't be kicked out just because they've signed Nico Williams.
Why not
Won't
He
happen.
Adingra
won't
then?
start. If he doesn't start, he's not the captain, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right now, I think Abhishek, to your point, Adingra, it is good, but it's like a backup. Now what
Hmm.
Arsenal
Yeah.
needs is a step up and a starting lineup. So someone
Hmm.
to completely go and replace Martinelli because he has not produced the outputs
Hmm. Hmm.
when it needed,
Perfect.
right? So this is where the options we need to think as realistically, because Arsenal have the money to spend at this point. It's not like
Hmm.
Arsenal nahi hai. Like seeing Liverpool's ambition, obviously
Hmm.
Arsenal will spend money right now. They have
Hmm.
to. But yeah, Abhijit ka comment, Arteta versus Garnacho fight would be one of the one to watch if he goes to Arsenal.
Arteta का भी हटा दो. मेरा versus Garnacho का fight would be the one to watch. I'm telling you that.
Yes. Rupesh ka ek comment tha around Doku, best of the 4 wingers available. So okay.
Hmm.
Let's switch to the next game, right? And this is a very, very like massive game. Wait, let me.
What
हाँ,
if
this up.
it's first
You
six
can
fixtures
count
win?
point drops. You can
Yeah.
count point
हाँ.
drops for this game, bro.
Look at this game. Man City against at home. You guys are winning, right?
Yep.
I would put in yeah, Arsenal win for sure.
We are winning. We are winning.
3 points.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a
We
draw
have
here.
to. I'm seeing a draw at Newcastle.
The only game I'm very confident that we drop points is in Newcastle.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Yeah,
games
it's
I'm
been your
confident we
bogey
can
game.
get
Yeah,
play.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a yeah. Obviously, I think fair enough. I think I'm seeing an Arsenal win at home against City. Close win, not a 5-1 demolition. Definitely,
Ah,
Yeah,
we have
Ah,
mentioned City
yeah, yeah, for
this
sure.
season. Newcastle away will be tough, but I'll tell you what: if Isak leaves Newcastle, right, there's no way Newcastle is winning against Arsenal.
No, but
Mm,
it
Isak leaves and goes to
never
who?
was
Liverpool.
about. Huh. Yeah, if he goes to Liverpool, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's chances, Arush. What I'm saying is Liverpool haven't spent a lot last season. They have the money to go for it if they can, but it'll be a very, very difficult deal. I don't think so. Realistically, it's happening. If Ayush is still watching, I don't know if you have another agenda there, but Newcastle won't even budge below 150.
you
Yeah.
know what I
Why
think? You
would
know
they
what I
when
think will
you've
happen
got in Champions League?
this season. Liverpool will not invest money. Hope that Newcastle will not get Champions League next season, and then they'll go try and get Isak. That is the worst thing that could have happened. Like see, if we miss out on Sesko and Newcastle get Isak like next season, I'll probably lose my head.
Hmm. Fair
But
enough.
That's
I
what.
think.
again, Newcastle, sorry, Isak leaving Newcastle to join Liverpool when Newcastle has secured Champions League and when Newcastle is going to invest and when Newcastle is on an upwards trajectory, it does not make any sense. And yeah, you can argue that, if a player wants the move that badly, he'll put in a transfer request.
Yeah.
Why would he want to move that badly to put in a transfer request? It ain't a sinking ship that, he'd
Right.
like to abandon and just go to a bigger club because if we put things into context, Newcastle is a big club in the Premier League now.
Right.
Newcastle is not a club that languishes in 8th, 9th, 10th. That anyone would consider Liverpool to be a big step up.
And
Yes, with
look at the
Liverpool,
work. Yeah, and exactly, and I'll agree. And look at the work Eddie Howe has done over the years, stabilizing
yeah,
this club, right? In terms of like
Mm.
I won't say defensively, they have had like a up and down season. That one season they concede 60 odd, the other season they concede 38, then again they concede a lot.
Mm.
But with Tonali, Gimaresh, and Joe Linton, man, what a gun midfield Eddie Howe has built at
Mm.
Newcastle. I mean, this is where it will be a very interesting battle in the midfield with Zubimendi, Odegaard, Rice, with Tonali and Joe Linton and Gumaresh. I think that's
yeah.
where the battle is going to be decided, in my opinion. What do you think, Arush, on this?
Yeah. I mean, it's always been one of
Mm.
those games where they have our number.
Mm-hmm.
And for a fact that I do think that Gordon, if he stays, is going to just make Newcastle even better than what they currently are. With the
Yes,
signings they make, you can argue that Livramento may leave, but I think even if Isaac goes, they have Osula, who's very good. Again,
he's
another
good. He's
under
good.
23 talent.
Mm.
So
Mm.
they have enough to do things to the best of the best teams, and Arsenal being one of the teams who've never ended up winning a game against Newcastle with ease in the last 2 seasons, I'd say,
Right,
would
Mm.
find it very difficult against a midfield like theirs.
right.
And considering the fact that Zubimendi isn't the most physical player, I can
Mm.
see him as well, being the player being negotiated there.
Right, right.
Mm.
So, predictions, chat be predictions, Dalo. What do you think is going to happen? Arsenal against Newcastle away at St James's Park. What's your prediction, Suchit, on this one?
Draw.
You're going for the draw.
Mm.
Path,
Draw. With
draw.
Zubimendi coming in, I can see us getting a win because the last time we won against Newcastle convincingly,
Jorginho.
lo behold, it was Jorginho was started in the
Yeah.
midfield and dominated the game completely.
Right,
Mm.
right.
So yeah,
So, what do you
I
think?
I'm seeing a draw.
You're
Draw.
seeing a draw. Okay. Suchit, draw. Path, draw. Arush, what's
Draw,
your
draw.
draw?
I'd say a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. It can be a
Damn.
high scoring game. Exactly. It could be. And so let's round up your predictions on the opening 6 fixture. And if very, very tough fixtures can absolutely sack managers like on our situations. It can happen. Right? We might have a conversation again with so many United fans. We'll come to some predictions of United games. I wanted to finish the Arsenal ones first.
Yeah.
So United away bol rahe ho draw, right?
Hmm.
I
Huh?
mean,
United away.
can we just go with the majority? Can we just
Majority.
go with
Okay.
the majority?
Let's go with predictions again, right? So Arush, what do you think is United away at 17th of August?
We are winning.
You're winning. Path.
Draw.
Draw. Suchit.
Win. Have to.
Win. I'm going with a draw.
Oh.
But Arsenal has got more guys on the panel, so 3 points.
Chalo, ठीक है. So I'll take 3 points then. Chalo, done. So I mean realistically enough with the seasons that Arsenal has had last season and their title hopes, ambition, and for us the rebuild infinity phase is still going on. So I'm cooking my team. Sorry, United fans, but Arsenal 8. Oh no.
Never.
Maybe with the ETH season, जब injury थी हम लोग को, would have a possibility. But no, that's not happening anytime soon. But hey, never say never. We also lost 7-0 to Liverpool. Not recently. I mean, very recently, right? So it can happen. Abhijit bol rahe United win. I'm going with a draw there. So let's go with Arsenal 3 points. So 3 points on the first game. Leeds straightforward. 3 points. 6 points on the first 2 games. Liverpool away. I'm going for a 1-0 win. But I'll again listen to you guys for your predictions.
3. We're winning. Same.
Winning.
Draw.
Draw.
Win.
Arush?
Win.
Okay, so 9 points from the first 3 games. Ma kasam bhai, what a start. ठीक है. So absolute top on the Premier League, killing it. ठीक है. Next game is Nottingham Forest.
Home. Since we're playing it at the Emirates,
Win. Okay.
3 points.
3 points.
3 points.
Suchit? 3
Win,
points,
win,
right?
win. 3 points, yeah.
Arush?
Win.
Ma kasam. So, okay. So, look at the...
As delusional as a prediction can sound, it's a win.
No, it's not delusion. I like this because at least right now you need to not downplaying it कि saying नहीं हम लोग league फिर से sustain नहीं कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे. To some section of fans I'm talking about, right? Back your team, ठीक है. पता है कि quality है. I think what I can definitely say is with the win against Madrid last season, right, in the Champions League, I think that imposter syndrome is off from the squad. I can definitely say कि अब थोड़ा सा belief आ गया है कि नहीं यार हम हैं. ये टीम क्रॉस कर सकती है लाइन. सो ठीक है. Okay, 12 points from the first 4 games. Wow, what a season. Man City home. I'm going for a draw there.
Win.
I'm saying draw.
You're saying draw. चलो इस बार ड्रॉ पे चलते हैं. ठीक है. Realistically, ठीक है. Rivals है 13 points from the first 5 games. ठीक है. And Newcastle away. So इसमें सब draw I think expect कर रहे हैं. Right.
The most obvious, like it's written in stars. It's a draw.
Right. So on the first 6 games, 4 wins and 2 draws, which gives us a total of kitna? 14 points from the 14 out of 18 points. Is this a good enough start, or do you see like the other teams might top you, or you think that considering the fixtures we had, like you guys have, 14 points out of the possible 18 is a fair enough assessment?
The fact that we're playing the challengers, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, how have we spoken of the opening 6 fixtures and not addressed the fact that the referees and the red cards were there for the first season?
Shit. Yeah. Oh shit, guys! I guess we have to reconsider our predictions. Oh shit!
Do we know the referees assigned to these games?
No. I think we'll get to know like sometime. No.
Do you know what happened to us last season? Yes, we know.
Yes, absolutely. Fair enough. And 2 red cards, right, in that first 6 games.
Yeah.
Absolutely turned your season.
It's the kind of red cards.
उसके बाद वो पूरे सीजन में किसी को नहीं मिले.
I remember Miles Lewis Kelly had got a red card, but that was rescinded again, right? Against Wolves.
That was later on in the season.
That was later on.
But it didn't cost you a game. You won 1-0 with that Havertz goal. I
We won
remember.
that game.
Calafiori
Calafiori goal.
Against
Yes,
Wolves
yes.
it was.
Yes,
But
yes, fair
it's
enough.
not about, we won that game regardless. It's about we shouldn't have been in that position in the first
Right,
place.
right, right.
Hmm.
ठीक है. So 14 points out of 18, decent start. Let's come to
Good.
United. Neutral perspective एक लेते हैं. चलो,
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. ठीक है. So Arsenal home. Okay, stat again. Man United has, for everyone who has joined the chat in right now, Man United has the best win percentage on match day 1 of the Premier League. The panel is saying that Arsenal is winning the first game, but hey, this is Man United we are talking about. ठीक है? Even if we are 15th, we almost beat Arsenal last season. ठीक है? अब मैं अपने now I'm gonna put my team
Pura
forward.
full.
ठीक है?
Yes.
ठीक है? अगर राया नहीं होता last season, even if we are finishing 15th, we were winning that game, right? So things happen at Old Trafford. Things also happen at Old Trafford that Ahmad goal and an FA Cup comeback can absolutely derail a quadruple ka race, right?
Yes.
The fight for quadruple. So any team losing at Old Trafford, it gets demotivating for them. We have seen things happen before. Also,
Mhm.
in terms of the difficulty of the fixtures, is by Opta analyst, it's saying this 94.6% in terms of the difficulty. Considering, I think, where United finished, but I think, in my opinion, Arsenal has a more difficult road in the first 6 fixtures.
Huh.
So obviously, let's not talk about the Arsenal. I definitely give realistically a draw, but I think there's a chance as well that we might just turn up that day like crazy, and it's going to be mayhem at Old Trafford. But let's talk about the Fulham game. What's your prediction? I'm going with a 2-1 win at
Since you guys are playing away, I think you guys will win.
है ना?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
and
like
and
the logic.
and we have won against Fulham recently a lot, 1-0 and 1-0. So we don't concede much against. But Fulham we lost against, I think, in the cup. I think
Cup,
we lost
FA
against
Cup,
them, FA Cup, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm going with a 2-1 close win. But what's your prediction, three of you?
You guys will win.
Okay,
I'm not sure about the scoreline, but I think you guys will win.
okay. Path,
I'll go for a draw.
fair enough, fair result. Away hai, start of the season, we might just like have a very poor start as we have done before. And United historically never have a fantastic start usually. Arush, what's your prediction on this one?
I honestly feel Fulham can edge all in this game.
Okay.
They get the better of you.
Okay. So Arush is saying it's a win for Fulham. Path बोल रहे draw. Suchit बोल रहे win. I'm saying a win. So let's go for a win. ठीक है.
Win. Yeah.
चलो 4 points from the first 2 games. Burnley home. I'm going for a draw.
Same.
0-0.
Even I feel a draw.
Since I went for Fulham wala game, as a draw, I'll say you will win this one.
We'll come back over 2-win, late win at theater. ये भी हो सकता है. This is a possibility as well.
Possibility, yeah.
Where Burnley scores and then suddenly there's an Mbeumo goal. So so it might happen. Has Fulham defeated Fulham this season?
Aye.
Oh, okay.
I am not getting the context, Shanu, of this comment, but do chime in. अगर तुम लोगों को समझ में आएगा तो बताओ.
I think he meant it like he meant like how Arsenal's B team is Fulham, maybe like that. Is that what he
Basically,
meant?
Fulham's team right now. Fulham's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
like Iwobi, they've got Smith Rowe,
Smith Rowe,
Willian,
who else?
Burnley. No.
Burnley,
I think
no,
Iwobi is one of the most major threats. Burnley का defending देखा है,
Yeah.
Norway United exactly. See, अब तक right now, right, with the transfer window it's going, we are taking, considering that Højlund is our striker.
Okay, yeah. Fair
So
enough.
with that in mind, I think I'm going for a draw. So 5 points from the first 3 games, right? It might also happen that we draw the first 2 games and then end up winning against Burnley as well. So realistically, first 3 games, we are taking 5 points, right?
Yeah.
Right. Abhishek बोल रहे हैं United 1-0 win. Yes, definitely. This is definitely a realistic take. I think considering Burnley's defense, I think Arush, I think he left, but I think he's there. He's okay.
He's back.
He's back. So as Arush had mentioned, like Burnley had the best defense in the championship, right? How much they only consider 15 got goals, right?
15, yeah.
Kasam bhai. So I don't see. I mean, it can happen. So okay, 5 points from the first 3 games. Man City away. No, and I'm not seeing this. We are going through with this one. Man City with the squad they have right now. It all depends on preseason. If Man City looks good in preseason, right, they're gonna kill it.
Agree.
I'm going with a good 3-1 City win there, and which I think Cristiano is also going where
I feel a draw.
3-1 City win.
I feel a draw.
You draw,
Uh,
Hmm.
nah. City will win. I mean, for as good as United is against City, I just don't see United beating City.
right? With the 7 signings they have made since
Nah.
January till here, I think we'll see a different Kusanov as well. We'll do a different City topic as well with City
Hmm.
panels.
Hmm.
But with Kusanov, I think slowly integrating into the team, with Guardiola returning back to centre back. I think I've said this in my video as well, where City can actually play that 3-3-3-1 box structure as well,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
With 3 in the back. We'll see more control from City. I don't see, like, last season was a fluke. Like, we turned up in the last 10-15 minutes, and I see a loss. Okay, so we'll go with
I
a
still
loss.
see a, okay.
So Suchet, bolo.
I feel there's a draw. I still feel it's a draw.
City is a draw. Path,
Hmm.
you're saying City win. I'm saying City win.
Loss,
So let's
loss, loss for United.
so 5 points from the first 4 games. ठीक है, mid-table club, not bad. Again,
चलता है.
चल जाए. But Chelsea home,
Ooh.
I'm 100%, I'm 500% sure that we're winning against Chelsea at home at Old Trafford.
Hmm.
There's no questions to it. I think after the disappointing results, I would go for a win against Chelsea. But what are your takes on this one?
I can see that happen, to be
Chelsea.
honest.
Yeah, Arush?
Yeah.
Delap. Who else? Caicedo.
I actually can
Cristiano.
see this being a very basketball-like game where
Always.
both teams would
Yeah.
attack, and it would just be about who finishes the chances better.
What was the
Okay, I'll
net
give
worth
3
last
points.
season?
I'll give 3 points to United.
Last season it was all draw, both of the games, I think.
वो
Right.
उसका था ना रूड वैन निस्telrooy का था ना वो आया था ना he managed
Yes,
one
yes.
game ना right
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I see United winning. I see United winning.
Even I see them win.
है ना?
I've given them way too many draws and a loss there, so I won't say another draw. My
Fine.
my
Draw हो
head
सकता है.
says a draw, but I'll just say okay, United win 3.
No, draw is a fair, realistic results considering Chelsea at Old Trafford. We have had historical draws and dead rubbers, like
Yeah.
very, very
Hmm.
poor
That's right.
games in the past.
That's
But
right.
with the new, like, teams of United and Chelsea, we seeing more basketball structure game, like the one we have seen in Old Trafford, even on even Stamford Bridge. Like, even Anthony was playing better that game for United. I mean, so you see the level of basketball games that happened that night, right? Completely open. So when teams are completely open, we will
Yeah.
see teams performing. I think I'm going for a win. We might just snatch a 3-1 win on this one. It will be
Yeah.
like, okay, now then the narrative will change that. Yes. कि नहीं, now United
Amorim
is
is
back
not
करके.
getting sacked.
United is back.
Amorim is
Yeah,
not getting
United
sacked,
is
right? So this narrative will come. Brentford
Statement
away.
that you need.
Yes, statement win that we are now back, and then so everyone will go bananas, and same old thing, and then I'm being very realistic. मेरा इतना traumatic रहा है ना last season. See, I'm like, हाँ, अगर 7 points भी निकाल 7 या 8 points निकाल लिए इस 6 गेम से भी ना, this is realistically what I'm thinking. 2 wins,
Yeah.
2 draws, 2 losses. है ना?
Yeah.
So Brentford away though, I'm seeing a draw.
What do you guys think will be Brentford's condition next season?
Yeah, this is where I'm expecting that we might just snatch a win there, but
I agree.
seeing Brentford, because now Thomas Frank has left, Mbeumo is going to leave. I saw a post recently, and this is what reminds me that since Partey is leaving, you have Christian Nordgaard.
Nordgaard, yeah. Nordgaard is
yeah.
one we're linked with, yeah.
So Brentford might actually go with a massive revamp and might not perform the same levels as they do with Thomas Frank.
Do you guys think they'll survive the next season?
I think Brentford might be in relegation battle. No, they'll survive.
I think
they have a
they'll
decent
survive.
enough squad to survive, man. At least survive to kariye.
They've signed Coyote as well on a permanent.
Exactly.
They
I mean,
look to be serious.
Yeah. But then again, they're replacing Thomas Frank with Scott Parker, I feel. I think Scott
Oh.
Parker's going to Brentford now.
That's where they might be like,
And
I don't know.
yes, because Scott Parker is known for being a relegation scrap manager. He's
Right, right,
literally let down teams like Fulham, वगैरह यार.
right, right,
I
right, right,
mean,
right.
I can see United win this game.
I also see a draw and United or United win, but
Yeah.
Arush,
Yeah. I'd
United win.
say
Suchit,
win for United.
you win for United.
I can see a United win.
Okay,
Because I'm not really sure where Brentford will be as a team,
right,
right? Because
Mhm.
the new manager not yet been decided, and we
right,
need to
right,
see. I think it'll be a United win.
right.
It has to
So
be.
अगर ये लास्ट सीजन होता ना, ये 6 गेम में बोलता कि भाई
पूरा
अपन सिर्फ बर्नली से
हाँ.
जीत रहे हैं.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Had this been last season, I would have said 3 points from the possible 18. But
Hmm.
considering it's a fresh start, fresh transfer
Yeah.
window, full preseason with a Man U manager, that's what excites me. I'm really excited for preseason.
You
So
all
okay,
also
let's.
play lots of Premier League teams in preseason, right?
Hmm.
That might
Yeah.
help. That definitely might help as well. Kieran
Hmm.
McKenna is also linked with Brentford. Okay, fair enough.
That would be a good appointment. I
Oh.
can't lie.
That
That, in my
Ipswich
opinion,
manager.
is a
Very good
that
appointment.
in my opinion is a better appointment than Scott Parker.
हाँ,
हाँ,
obviously.
Yeah.
भाई Scott Parker भाई चमन है वो.
Someone good one.
चमन है वो भाई.
Fair enough. So let's rewind. So Arsenal wala, you guys are going for Arsenal win. I'm going for let's say draw. I think draw पे हुआ था, but let's go
Draw.
for
No,
Arsenal.
tell us realistically what you feel.
Realistically, I feel we'll win this game. दिल से बोल रहा
Okay,
हूँ मैं.
so we'll do one thing. We won't give our three predictions there. We just
I'll take
tell
my
your
predictions.
predictions.
My
Okay.
predictions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my
whatever you
predictions
say.
on this one, right?
Hmm.
Arsenal at home. Considering the poor season we had, it's time for redemption. We might go for a 2-1. Absolutely, United might turn up that day. हो सकता है, and it's possible. We have seen. Okay, 3 points. Fulham, I'm going for a draw because of Alex Iwobi and Emil Smith-Rowe. Why they can turn up? Then Jimenez can also turn up. They just turn up.
Yeah.
They can just
Arsenal
destroy
can't
any
turn
team.
up, but Arsenal's boys will turn up. Nice.
Ah, good one. Fair enough. Burnley home, I'm going for a draw. So 5 points from the first 3 games. Yeah, we'll struggle to score.
Yes.
But there are levels, right? The championship and then there is Premier
हाँ
League.
मतलब चैंपियनशिप का डिफेंस कितना भी अच्छा हो mean
But there was
Yeah,
a
I
4
mean-
point difference between United and Burnley last season, right? On the table.
Absolutely. See, this is called cooking. Good stuff. Exactly. So, okay, Burnley, I'm going for a draw. City away, I'm going for a loss. Absolutely loss होने वाला. Chelsea home, I'm going for a win. I'm going for a 2-1 win. Brentford 2-1 win. So I'm going for 3
3
wins,
wins.
1 loss, and 2 draws. So which takes to 11 points from the first 6 games. Good enough to be in the at least in the top 8
5,
reckoning.
top 6.
Top 8 reckoning. I want top 8. Here realistic I'm going for, like, okay, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses is realistically what I'm thinking, and which will keep Amorim in the job as well. Because I don't have trust in Ineos that they will back him if the results go bad. I want to back him. I want to give him 2-3 years, but this is what it is. Abhijit बोल रहा है back your club, Ash bhai. Come on, Amorim at the
Amorim
league.
at the wheel, man.
Amorim-
You're winning the league. You're winning the league.
Amorim definitely at the league. You know what I want at Old Trafford back. I want that fear factor
Belief.
back at Old Trafford.
हाँ.
Key teams when they come to Old Trafford, even that fear factor was then when Ole was playing. We hardly used to lose games, even under ETH ka pehla season, right? Old Trafford was a fortress. I want that fortress back at Old Trafford. Us scoring goals back, us having that that enigmatic feeling that if United is still 1-0 or 2-0 down, they can come back and win 3-2. I want that feeling back at United more than the results. I want some decent performances to see in the 6 games that will set the foundations for the coming games, right? So this is what I'm going. So Arsenal 14 points with first 18 games. United 11 points from the first 18 games.
11 out of 18 with these kind of fixtures actually is very good. I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot lie.
Right? So this is where I'll go for Abhishek बोल रहा है 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Absolutely हो
In
सकता
the
है, but
6th game.
let's be let's be realistic. ठीक है. So okay, next we'll come to some transfer, right? Now Florian Wirtz has finally signed for Liverpool.
Hmm.
Finally, the deal is done.
Hmm.
Question for three of you, right?
Hmm.
Um, how many goals and assists are you looking at Wirtz this season, considering the formation that Slot is gonna play? What's gonna what's your realistic? I think I've seen a lot of narrative on Twitter. Twitter is a bad place again, but it's like हर हर गोल का हिसाब होगा, हर असिस्ट का हिसाब होगा, हर
पूरा,
टच का
yeah,
हिसाब
yeah.
होगा, right? Is this one of
That's
the
all.
biggest signings in the last decade in the Premier League? Will this be a game changer?
I
Yeah.
don't think
I
it's
No,
the biggest signing,
no,
even one of the biggest signing.
no.
no, बिल्कुल नहीं.
I think
See,
he's too
a
young to
part of
be.
it, yeah, a part of it I feel comes from the fact that apart from Liverpool fans, I haven't really seen that much excitement around the Florian Wirtz to Liverpool news, which again is down to the rivals, trying to downplay Wirtz. But again, does Wirtz improve Liverpool massively? I don't think so. The
Hmm.
existing issues will still persist at Liverpool if they don't sign a midfielder. Wirtz
Hmm.
will improve a team that is actually already very good in attack.
Right,
Hmm.
So I don't see him as a game breaker. Definitely,
Hmm.
he'll elevate the levels in the Premier League, but is he a game changer? Not really. A Zubimendi at Liverpool would have been a game changer, not Wirtz. Yeah.
right. So you're saying
If
Wirtz might
if
not be the game changer
slot
signing. Okay, fair
if
enough.
slot can convince Salah that bro, chill, you stick to scoring and not creating in everything, and everything's run through words, then I can see words having like how many, like 10 to 15 assists also just in the Premier League, just in
Right.
the Premier League. But if he's
Hmm.
like no, like Salah's like very individualistic type of player, right? He
Right.
wants things to run through him.
Right.
If that is the case, then how will that happen? That dynamic, I'm not sure. But
Hmm.
Slot is good, and I'm assuming that he's good at negotiating all of this and like setting
Right.
things up, right? But
Are
yeah,
we seeing this
mm,
situation that he's going to take some time to
No.
settle in, Arush? What do you think,
I think so.
considering?
I think so to
mm,
the physical levels that the Premier League has. I think
yeah,
because I've watched him majorly on international level, then for Bayer Leverkusen, and I think
mm,
he has particular game types where he can struggle. If
mm,
he isn't being given the space, he can find it difficult to create space. Although it's
mm,
Liverpool, Liverpool can find their ways to attack, hit on the transition, stuff like that. I still think
mm,
he's going to get a lot of goals and assists. Maybe more
mm,
assists, less than goals, to be honest. But I think he would take time to settle in.
Yeah, I
mm,
But I
did.
would
And
like to come back to this post preseason again as to how they use him.
mm,
right, right. And see, again, a stat that I would like to pose, like he usually has like good big chances created stats with key passes, like over
mm,
like 120, 130 key
mm,
passes that he made. I
mm,
mean, those are significantly more numbers than what Soboslai offers. Right now, there's a
mm,
conversation that does Words completely replace Soboslai? I see
mm,
differently that in some games we might see Soboslai and Words both playing in that game,
I
because
agree.
mm,
Yeah.
Slot also plays that box formation as well sometimes. Well, let's say he
mm,
can actually use Words as that false line, releasing the likes of Salah and
mm,
Gakpo, right?
mm,
So it's going to be an interesting. I mean, I agree with Arush there. I think he's going to take some time to settle in. He might not just set the ground running in. It all
mm,
depends how preseason. If he gets integrated in the preseason good enough, great.
mm,
I hope he doesn't get injured in the preseason as well, because that
mm,
happens
mm,
where it takes time for teams to come up. But realistically, I'm thinking Words would definitely provide more goals and assists than Sobozlai. Um, I'm looking at a
yeah.
easily at least 18 to 19 goal involvements, like 10 goals, 9
Mm,
assists, or 8 goals,
Mhm.
12 assists kind
mm,
of season
mm,
for Florian Wirtz
I
to start
mean,
with.
Hmm.
I'd say 10 goals, 10 assists is the bare minimum. I won't say to justify that price tag, but yeah, with the kind of football Liverpool plays and with the importance that is given to the creators, and with the likes of Gakpo or their new attacker, which in this case could be Isak, and Salah being there to
Right.
feed from his deliveries, he would definitely get the stats. But when it comes to him, I'm just saying he improves a facet of Liverpool that is actually already very good. So I don't
Right.
mm,
see him being that extraordinary signing that he'll break the Premier League. He'll do
Got it.
great, but yeah, he'll just do
Hmm.
great.
Right. So this is where, so words we are definitely looking at, like, ठीक है, I think it'll take some time.
Hmm.
It'll take time to like settle in, but
Hmm.
there will be like haters absolutely gunning for,
हाँ वो तो
right. But for me, it's a fantastic signing that Liverpool has
Hmm.
made. I think the ceiling is so high with this player. The intelligence. I'll tell you, there's a lot of talks around physicality being the primary
Hmm.
attribute of a player in the Premier League. I don't agree on this.
Hmm.
Intelligence outrights physicality any
I
day,
agree.
right?
Yeah.
So this is where we're gonna come to the next signing that has happened recently. I'll just change the layout a bit. कहाँ गया भाई?
I
And
just
I
want to
will just
say,
rephrase.
people who are hating on new signings, right? I hope you guys stick to football and just don't go cross the line, because
Yeah,
3/4 of the time people just cross the line and it's just
Yeah.
stupid to like
yeah,
see what
exactly.
goes on. Just keep it at a minimum is what I hope.
So afterwards, right? Fantastic signing, big up for Liverpool.
Take
Hmm.
seconds. If I'll just rephrase my sentence, I won't say he'll get 10 goals and 10 assists. I'll just say he'll have 20 goal involvements next season in the Premier League.
Exactly. That's where my prediction is as well. 20, 20,
Yeah.
22 goals involvements. Maybe
Hmm.
as like a key pass attribute plus goals and assists kind of thing, right?
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Zubimendi signs for Arsenal. Game changer signing. One of the
Yes,
most
sir.
intelligent signings
Hmm.
that Arsenal has made recently. From
Hmm.
all the games I watched around, I think there were some thoughts when Sociedad played against United that Zubimendi was not the best. I think he did not perform well against United.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That
He
फिर
didn't
से वो
play the
narrative
first
बन गया
game.
कि he's not good enough. But आप overall season देखो ना, and
Hmm.
the way he performs for Spain, it's a game changer signing. What are your guys' thoughts on this, and how he's gonna release Arsenal, in the likes of Odegaard?
Mr.
Arush?
Scouts, Arush.
We've spoken. We've spoken about it. It's
Right,
just the same as to how central access hasn't been the same at Arsenal since 22-23.
right,
Hmm.
We have spoken as to how we haven't found a Xhaka replacement. Although
right,
Zubimendi is not a Xhaka replacement, he gives us the
Hmm.
central access that we need. He gives
right,
us a chance to elevate our wingers, gives us a chance to elevate Odegaard, who hasn't had the best of the seasons, because
Hmm.
he is someone who would want the environment to be better next to him
hmm,
than him
Hmm.
being the better player, being the orchestrator, or being the creator just
right,
in general. And Zubimendi also gives us the option, if you say that he also, like Wirtz, takes time to adapt, you have an option of playing Rice at DM. You
right,
have Zubimendi coming off benches, playing those particular low blocks and stuff like that. And then you have him just dictate play against the best of opponents, because he's so good at intercepting. He's so good
right,
at breaking lines, and it
Hmm.
just elevates the side in general. There's nothing new to speak. We've just spoken of him.
right. And this
I
is
mean,
where I would, yeah, Pat bolo.
Yeah, for as much talk as there's been about Arsenal regarding a centre forward and a left winger, I feel that Zubimendi is the player that we needed the most. Even if we, I mean, that won't happen. But even if we don't sign a centre forward and a left winger, we'll still compete because of Zubimendi being there. Because there's just some players who might not have the impact that one would want from the perspective of an eye test, but he's someone who elevates every position that Arsenal has currently.
Right,
He
right,
platforms Rice better, the left wing better, the centre forward better, then Odegaard better, which ultimately helps us in bettering our team. So
right.
yeah, he for me is the signing of the season already. I'm not.
Abhijit बोल रहा है, my uncle Casemiro cooked this boy. Yeah, he
No,
did.
yeah.
So shit, okay. And he'll be waiting for again him on 17th May. I think there's a 17th May. Sorry, August.
August,
August.
August.
Ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha. Arsenal will
Casemiro is
sign
not getting
Nicholas
sold.
Jackson. Rahul, thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're subscribed and liked the stream. Subscribe to the channel. He's saying Arsenal will
Loki.
sign Nicholas.
Loki. Third attacker bring.
Is this a realistic possibility though? I don't think so.
Nah,
Jackson? Hell
nah,
no.
There's
Jackson
nah,
no
is
nah,
not getting
way.
sold.
nah.
Jackson's
I
not getting
mean, it's
sold.
just talk about him leaving. He won't leave.
No,
He
there's
won't.
no way
I mean,
Jackson is
talking
leaving.
about him leaving, he left the pitch in 3 minutes yesterday. So
Yes, on his birthday.
yeah.
शायद birthday था उसका. I don't know.
He came as a sub.
Yeah, he
Ah,
came on for Delap because he was not having a good game.
Oh my
and then
god.
got sent off, and
Okay.
then
And he was
3-1.
gone in 3 minutes.
Hey, Bhagwan.
That's what
Wow.
happened.
Wow.
That's what
Okay.
happened,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Fits at
So
Arsenal perfectly. Red
yeah,
card merchant.
red
Bring.
card merchant. What
Hmm.
happened about Jackson to United for 17 million? What gold bridge?
What?
Huh?
Jackson to United. It's not happening. Come on, it's just
ये क्या
all
है?
just waffle and talk, man.
ये
There's
क्या
no way this is happening. Reverse birthday gift to Chelsea fans. Absolutely. No, no, no,
Hmm.
no, Rahul. Jackson to United is absolutely not happening. There's no way this will work. There's no way this is we gonna go for it. I think what we are doing from a United perspective on a striker situation is just monitoring Gyökeres at this point. If Gyökeres does not happen to Arsenal does not happen, we have a window. We might have a free run there to sign him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much narrative around that. No, Gyökeres like chose Arsenal. He chose European football. अगर apart, I'm asking a question you there, right? अगर Arsenal और United दोनों qualify किए होते Champions League, you think Gyökeres would have chosen Arsenal there?
I mean, all
Yeah.
the logical, mind that you put to it, he would have chosen United. But then again, I really don't know about his wishes because he's been gunning for a move to Arsenal for a long, long time now.
Right,
He's basically said it in public that he's waiting to join us rather than go anywhere else. I
right,
agree
right.
that UCL has a factor to play in that, but yeah, I guess
No,
we'd never know.
no, no, absolutely fair enough. Uh, जो जो नए नए स्ट्रीम में ज्वाइन किए 35 लाइक्स ऑलरेडी. प्लीज डू लाइक द स्ट्रीम. 50 तक पहुंचाना है, राइट? सो आई ऐड आरुष अगेन. ओके, उसका बीच बीच
Sorry,
में
I left with
गायब हो जा
Jackson.
रहा. Nice one, nice one. Nicholas Jackson. Okay,
Jackson.
Jackson. Okay. ईशान बोल रहे हैं फिर he wouldn't have chosen, he would have gone to the club paying the most. Fair enough, which is
Fair enough.
United.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
which would have been United at the end of the day. Now, next signing. Oh my God.
Hmm.
I think we are having all the talks around Wirtz, Zubimendi. To me,
Frimpong.
this is the wild card signing of the season.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
And a question for all the three of you.
Hmm.
If Kerkez end up staying at Liverpool, will he surpass the legacy of Robertson, or we haven't seen? We need to see more.
नहीं, that's
Ro-
too big a statement to pass. Without him even kicking a ball for Liverpool.
But
Right.
I really do not think it's even possible because for how much was Robertson bought? 15?
15 hardly. 10 to
Yeah,
12, 12
yeah.
million to 15 million. That was his.
Exactly. And
I
he's
don't
given
think
solid.
Kerkez gets half of his assists also.
है ना?
Hmm.
So what would
Yeah.
Kerkez provide then at this point from a Liverpool standpoint?
He would do what
Defensive
Robertson
solidity.
does, but like at like now how Robertson has dropped off in 2 years, he'll cover up like making sure that it's almost like it's balanced on both sides. That's what I feel.
Robertson 4 million, bhai.
4 million. See,
4 million.
yeah, there's no way in terms of legacy for 4 million. You won 2 league titles, 1 UCL, a bunch of domestic
ManUtd.
trophies. What?
No, continue.
Okay, एक बार मैं इसका ले लेता हूँ.
Did I
Discord
miss
वाला.
something?
No.
No. You didn't do anything, man.
Hmm.
In
Yeah,
Dortmund, bro.
Rahul is saying Robbie was going to Atletico, right?
Yeah, Robertson. Yeah.
But
There
I've
are-
read that it's also not going and all that.
I would realistically not sell Robertson because if it's a long season, right?
Hmm.
And having a senior like Robertson and like being a
Mm,
mentor to Kerkez, absolutely. But Robertson still has 2 seasons in his bag. I mean, last season he has had his up and down, but Robertson is, in my opinion, still good enough, at least to serve in some games.
Robertson at present at Liverpool, he's their weakest player right now.
Right.
So it makes sense if they're letting go of him. I'd still sell Simicas over him, but yeah, it is what it is.
कृषाणु
Simicas
क्या
is
बोल
still
रहे हैं कि
in
200 डिस्कॉर्ड पे 200 हो जाएंगे. Oh my God, damn.
Crazy.
So 38 away from 200 in Discord, guys. Do join the Discord. The link is pinned in the chat as well. ठीक है.
Hmm.
अगर सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो we are already reached like almost 328 subscribers. 170 ought to go for 500. Hope you guys subscribe us and so also subscribe to the Football Showdown. जाके subscribe करो. They've recently crossed 1,000 and just grow ही कर रहे हैं and go and support them. Fantastic panel there. Love them. Robbo is under the same
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Kyle Walker
Hmm.
City.
I
Oh,
agree.
that's a
I
good
agree.
assessment. That's a
I
good
agree.
assessment.
Good comparison.
Hmm.
That's a good one. Good one.
But there's just some players that scream Liverpool without actually having played for Liverpool. And for starters, Miros Kerkez was one of them. From the very moment I saw him at Bournemouth, I was like, he'll cook at Liverpool, and yeah, there he is.
कृषाणु बोल रहे सुचित पात ए आ जाओ भाई डिस्कॉर्ड में मतलब बैंटर नेक्स्ट लेवल फुल सीजन सी मैं आई एम नॉट दैट इनसिक्योर क्रिएटर मैन कि भाई तुम लोग कैसे आगे मेरे चैनल के डिस्कॉर्ड में इट्स लाइक आई वुड रादर लव टू हैव एवरीवन राइट सो डोंट वरी बिंदास आ जाओ यार आई मीन आई लव कोलैबोरेटिंग एंड टॉकिंग फुटबॉल विद एवरीवन आई विल नेवर माइंड दैट अगर आप लोग को भी आना है डेफिनेटली सीजन टाइम में मस्त यस exactly I just can't wait for the season to start honestly and yeah man we already like हम लोग कितना टाइम से 2 घंटे स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं my goodness it's okay so
As
I
a
think
content, as
so
a
I think
content
I'll
creator, season will be nice, but now I'm enjoying this break.
है ना
After what happened last season, it's a nice break.
yeah. So right now I think yeah this is the live stream guys already we have passed 2 hours I'm also joining Loudmouth Football and Goal OA after like a hour and a half from now on his channel so if you I'll post it on my community so वहाँ जाके भी subscribe करो वहाँ जाके we're gonna talk Man United with him from a Liverpool fans perspective but honestly thank you so much guys for joining the
Thank you for
stream
having
today
us.
and
Thank you for having us.
absolute pleasure in talking the first 6 fixtures so let's just recap like panel ने बोला है कि Arsenal is getting 14 points
14.
from the 18 possible 18 in the first 6 games United 11 points so fair assessment I think let's be realistic that's fair I think if Arsenal का red card नहीं होता है so we are looking at that situation.
That's what I'm saying. If football is being played and football is being judged as football only, then I feel it is going. Then I think we all agree that it's going to be 14 out of 18.
Abhijit बोल रहा है I'm planning to remove Amorim 6 months from. Yes exactly. Yes. Yes. इसका Discord का नाम भी यही है. He's one of the biggest critics of Amorim. अरे realistically, I have been also critical of Amorim on some of the decisions he has made in this season. So, but my feeling around this, right? If a certain manager is a manager of my club, I'll back him, but will also criticize him when he goes wrong. But उसके sack के लिए मैं नहीं जाऊँगा because sacking managers is never the right way to go for a rebuild. Imagine अगर again I'm not comparing with Saf, but अगर उस time वो FA Cup win के पहले sack कर लिया होता United ने, rest would have not been history. Stay calm, stay patient. 2-3 years maybe we'll see that whole progress thing happening. I don't want us to go and start winning trophies right away. I want us to start playing that fantastic football that we are known for, that dynamic football that we are known for, and have Old Trafford as a fortress. Once we have Old Trafford as a fortress, right, it sets the foundation for us a top 4 qualification next season. तो वो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है करना at this point. Absolutely. Great stream. अब बस थोड़ी signings और हो जाए. Absolutely, man. I mean, even for us, United, we are waiting for Mbeumo signing. It's not happening. Mbeumo was stuck in...
हर हफ्ता हम लोग बोलते हैं इस हफ्ता सेस्को को साइन करेंगे इस हफ्ता सेस्को को साइन करेंगे वो बस डिले होता है
ब्रो मैं Mbeumo का वीडियो निकाल भी नहीं पा रहा हूँ I have content and I have like सारा रिसर्च करके मैंने रेडी रखा है कि कब रिकॉर्ड करूँ I'm like it's not happening तो मैं ऐसा नहीं हो कि भाई वीडियो डाल दूं एंड पोपट बन जाए स्पर्स चला जाए थॉमस फ्रैंक पिताजी के पास and then it's all done for me. Bring my favorite Ten Hag back to Premier League. Talking about Ten Hag, right? Talking about Ten Hag. Okay, one comment I'll take. Okay, Zabani lenge, but Kwanzaa to Leverkusen for 30 million, man.
Bro, this feels like scam. This legit feels like, you know, the Chelsea, Aston Villa and all these people had those scammy bunch of signings, right? It felt like that. What do you mean 30 million for a player who has barely made any impression in the Premier League, man?
I think he did make initial impressions when he came up, but I think some of his mistakes got highlighted a lot. I definitely see
on and off the pitch.
On and off the pitch. आज भाई Arush is in a cooking mode because he got
I'm
cooked in
gonna
the
be
traffic.
honest, bro.
So
Yeah.
after getting cooked in the
Same, same.
traffic, definitely I think fair enough. बाय द वे ग्योकरेस का इमेज खराब होते जा रहा है इस क्लब वर्ल्ड कप के कारण जिस तरह पोर्टुगीज लीग्स का टीम हार रहे हैं
हाँ यार
हाँ
सी मैन
पोर्टो
एनी
लॉस
He needed other
बेंफिका
club.
ड्यू लॉस्ट ऐसा कुछ तो भी हुआ था
right right but any league no matter what decent finisher but in my opinion Cisco has better ceiling than Gyökeres
Yeah.
overall
Hmm.
right
Gyökeres ain't a bad player. He'll still get the job done.
yeah. Abhijit Bowler win energy drink cup and FA Cup home United 14 FA Cup loading coming to, hey fair see Abhijit if we come in the top 7 now with playing decent football and winning one of the cups fine I want decent football back the level of competition in the Premier League is so big right
Hmm.
even the top 8 race is going to be so tight if we United after finishing 15 comes to 8 or 7 that's a good enough upgrade in my opinion considering the squad we have considering we have Casemiro in the midfield considering we have Bruno who's going to play in the pivot which is going to be absolutely unpredictable. A lot of creators and people don't agree with me that I'm saying that rather a striker, we need a central midfielder to control games, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, definitely, thank you so much again for joining. It's been a pleasure having you here. Will obviously season is long. Arsenal United will do a post-match reaction right away after the game. So, आप लोग आना, right? Even I can
Talking
come
about
there
post,
as well.
we should do a preview of the game as to how
Yeah, yeah.
things.
We will
Well,
do that,
me,
man.
me and
Once
Ash were
all the
literally
signing,
talking.
yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
already talked. Once the signings are done, right? Once
Hmm.
we have a clear perspective of how the preseason went, how the playing 11s will look like, I think that's gonna work out. But really appreciate 297 people were watching on Twitter. भाई next time YouTube पे आ जाना भाई it will be great for me right and consistently we had over 15 people watching in the stream I really appreciate the support uh, uh, thank you so much it's a great start as he start I'm working really hard to produce the best content possible for everyone so do stay tuned for the next few videos that are coming किशानु बोल रहे bye to all absolutely when is Manchester Derby ये है wait let me
August.
हाँ हाँ अगस्त में ही है रुको let me check एक बार आई थिंक आई थिंक इट्स सितंबर है
September.
हाँ मैनचेस्टर डार्बी इज इन September 13th
September
Hmm.
13th.
Yeah.
so I'm only you guys still live lol yeah bro भावनाओं में चलेगा I was thinking of 90 minutes but thanks so much for you guys for staying in the stream for so
Right.
long
The
and
discussions were such that it has almost been 2.5 hours and we are still like yeah we can discuss more and more.
स्कैमरुश किधर गया स्कैमरुश है भाई
Bro, my phone is crashing.
he's there
My
he's
phone
here
is crashing.
no worries Pratik thanks for joining the stream भाई okay अभी we are about to close the stream but अगर if you want to help me just go and like the stream ठीक है like कर दो ठीक है 50 पहुंच जाए बहुत है
We were discussing if Bruno's needed at United or no, but okay, we move on.
we move on right that's a topic for another day where I disagree with lot of United creators that Bruno is not the pivot you are hoping for people are even telling that Mason Mount can play pivot which is false so I don't agree with that statement but that's a separate discussion I hope I'll have one United panel we'll have a discussion but thanks for joining this was a stream guys difficult fixtures for Arsenal and United and we also discussed a lot of transfers and without even mentioning I should mention even more subscribe to the Football Showdown recently they're growing really well I want them to grow even more and follow Arush and Path on Twitter absolute like अच्छे tacticos not the delusional tacticos we see on Twitter really good assessment Arush does a lot of player profile assessment and scouting so do check out his website as well and do check out all where he has been featured as well उसके profile में जाओ सब पता चल जाएगा what his content is and in an hour and a half in 90 minutes I'm going to be in Loudmouth Football and Goal OA so I'm going to go there thank you for so much like stream like किया ना तो like कर दो सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो सब्सक्राइब कर दो थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टिक का लास्ट कमेंट ले लेंगे रैशफोर्ड टू आर्सेनल नो वे हैपनिंग मैं नहीं बेचूंगा उसको और आर्सेनल से
We won't take.
Thank you so much, Abhijit.
Great
Thank you so
chat.
much. Pratik बोल रहे पाथ by consider paths Califury in beauty wise तभी subscribe करूंगा.
What?
Path is
Is
prettier than Califury. Fair enough. Absolutely. Good. चलो ठीक है. Thank you so much. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you so much for joining. See you again.
Yeah, see you. Bye bye. Good night.
bye.